It's time. It's time. Isn't it? It's almost time. It's time. Right? Right? What's up? What's going on, Leon? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Order 42. I am Rob. And about almost exactly an hour and a half ago, we got some amazing news. And Caleb is here, and that crazy Greek is here. Welcome, guys. Good to see you guys. Ice cream. Oh boy. Here we go. Gotta have some tea to that. So yeah, if you guys follow me on Twitter, which I mean some of you do, it's no big deal if you do or don't. But you do know that yeah, that I worked on that. And now, as of like I said, an hour ago, hour and a half ago, an official selection of the Boston Independent Film Awards 2022. Yeah. You don't know how, dude, it's it's one thing to work on a movie. Okay? It's awesome. It again, you guys know if you've been here on any stream, any video, you know it's freaking awesome to be a part of that movie. In any way, shape, or form. Luckily, I got to be there a lot. Okay? Been involved a lot on this movie. On the way to the Southeast Game Exchange, we started talking about it. It's like, why don't we try to get on these film festivals? Well, this is the first one that that I guess the one with the earliest event, which takes place this Friday, by the way. But anyway, yeah, so we submitted, I got all this stuff together, and yeah, we got selected. So it's just a cool thing. And I have no idea if the Boston Independent Film Awards, are they covered by anyone? Like, is it a big deal? Is it a nothing? What's going on? I don't know. I have no idea. All I know is we submitted, we got selected. That's really cool. That's really cool. So yeah, and this is just the first of many that we plan on entering. Of course, I said something about, in fact, Jay posted about the entering the Kevin Smith Smodcastle Film Festival. So yeah. True, Caleb. You say Boston has a big population. It is a big population, but there's also a different film festival for independent films in Boston. I think it's just called the Boston Independent Film Festival. This is the Boston Independent Film Awards. So I don't know how it all works. I know that this is a virtual award show. But yeah, it's freaking cool. It is freaking cool. Lots of cars in Boston. That is absolutely true. My yeah. Jay's I'm getting notifications, of course, because Jay tweeted about this an hour ago. But yeah, he was just saying that yeah, this one is a virtual film festival, I guess. But it's the first one that was available to us to enter, and the soonest one. So we'll see what happens. Okay, we will see what happens. But I'm so excited. I'm so excited about this. It's awesome, and I want to see if I can do this without screwing anything up. Okay. You know what? I'm not gonna worry about that. We're not gonna worry about that. I was just gonna pull this up and just show you. Yeah, that's where we are up there. That's where we are in subs right now. Carbonite is here. Welcome. That's where we are. Not okay. We just went up. I don't know if that will come through over here. But guys, this week has been insane. Okay? This last week has been just nuts because I get to be in a Game Chasers video, film it, all that kind of stuff. I get to actually be in it, like do the interview type thing, which was good enough. And then I get to the end of the video and realize that he's called me, basically shouted me out, and said, "Hey, go." I honestly think that the thing for the notifications doesn't come up unless you show it where it can be public. I think I don't know how that works. But like, I don't think they'll come through unless it's public. I don't know. I could be wrong. But that's pretty cool. Okay. I don't know what's going on, but there you go. 993. We might actually hit 1K. So think about this. On June 30th, when I put out that RRR video, I had 312 subscribers. In a little over, let's see, that was June 30th, right? So a few weeks later, okay, if one of you is messing with that, because that's live. That's directly from YouTube right there. So there's no whatever. But the thing is, when he put out that video and got that shout out, or put that shout out there, I was at 512. So I was like 312, and then I was like actually I think I was at like 515. And it immediately jumped I put out a little Twitter video. It was like 827, and I'm like, this is nuts. You guys, this is just nuts. So seeing that, okay, if somebody's screwing with me, yeah, everybody gets to see my OnlyFans at 1,000. Nobody wants to see that. So look at this. This thing and that has made this week just like, what is going on? It really is. It's super, super amazing. Now, I want to show you something else. If I can do this without breaking everything. Let's see if I can do. Oh. Leon? I'm pretty sure you were already subscribed, weren't you? But let me see. How can I do this without... Is it this one? I think it's this one. I want to show you this for you fans of adventures in game chasing. This is from Game Dave's stream on Thursday. He gave me permission, and you don't see my face. Well, here. My face is here. Hi. But he gave me permission to show this. This is from Thursday's stream. On the left of the screen there is Noptop. He's a friend of Dave's. They've been friends for many, many years. And he's into DIY, making things, movie props, and things like that. And of course, Dave was in Adventures in Game Chasing. So let's just watch this few seconds. It's not that long. I mean, it says 3 hours and 55 minutes. We're not watching the whole stream, but you get it. You get it. Here we go.
Okay. Uh-oh, I have a feeling I know what this might be. This is some sort of vehicle.
The scraps.
Scraps.
Some of you are really going to love this thing.
Oh my goodness. Dang, boy.
I'll hide my face and get
Now
that close up.
let's see. Who knows It sees your face for sure. Who knows what this bad boy is right here?
And it has tubes.
There's tubes on it.
It's
now,
so
if
cool.
Ganimon was here, this is a custom. The game chat, when they see this, if they see this,
I know.
they're going to lose their
And that's why I was
minds.
wondering if Rob was in here.
Rob is here. Rob said, holy crap, this is a custom Ghost Getters Hot Wheels car. And it says right there, 1-800-GET-GHOST. Get Ghost. It's
Yes, you can see
official.
the back there. It's got the GG1, I think.
There you go. It's a little bright, but
That looks
yeah,
pretty
look
cool.
at that.
So freaking cool, man.
You've got the official. It's a miniature Ghost Getter. That is amazing.
Yeah, that was something, and I only had the trailer to go off of last year, and then when I finally got a chance to see the
Finally saw the
movie, I
movie.
was like, that's right, I started a project, but I wanted to make a couple more, because I figured there might be some other people interested. I just think they're cool. I just wanted one because, I have the Ecto one, I have the DeLorean, I have some of those other 164 scale cars, and I thought you might appreciate that.
Yeah, that's
because
awesome.
you were a part of, I think you were part of the movie, right? You were in the movie.
Yeah, I was in the movie.
bits.
How the... Yes.
I'm still muted. That's freaking awesome. And yeah, I really, really want you unsubscribed and resubscribed, you son of a... And Devontae's Paradise, hello, what's going on? That's like 40 years. I mean, it's a long stream. I mean, Dave doesn't screw around when it comes to streams. So yeah, but yeah, I just think that's freaking cool. I want one so bad. The Chode one. You helped put those tubes on, not on the model though. That's right. We're talking about the real one here. But yeah, I mean, it's like just Thursday was nuts, man. So yeah, Billy puts out that video. My subs go nuts. From 515 or something to like 700 in like no time. And then all of a sudden we're this close. And that's awesome. Nothing much. Look, that just got announced. So yeah, very, very cool. Just an insane week. Oh, and some people might go, that's not on the same level. But Jim, if I could throw and not throw it, Jim gave me a copy of the Batman in 4K. So thank you, Grindhead Jim. In fact, is he streaming right now? I find it strange that I haven't seen anything from him with the with all the news, for the movie. It's like my notifications are going nuts. At 1,000 subs, Robbie is going to start selling his bathwater. Pokey Robbie? No. I was here before it was cool to be here. That's right, Star Fox. You were, even smaller than I am now, as far as channel goes. Now I don't know when you stop calling yourself a small YouTuber, but I still feel like I'm a small YouTuber, I do the thing. That's all I do. But, and that's the thing too, is I wanted to thank you guys mostly because you guys have been here since the beginning. You know what I mean? You guys have been here and supporting me and being in the live streams and commenting and all that stuff. All that helps, it's, you see all of these videos that they constantly talk about it, right? Well, like and comment and subscribe and blah, 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 and hit the bell. All of that stuff helps get your videos out there. And because of your support, that RRR video started going kind of nuts. And then when India actually woke up, they made it blow up. So it's because of that all that support right at the beginning. That's what did it. And the thing is you can't plan that. You can, I guess, in a way. There's analytics where you find out, okay, here's all my subscribers and here's the times that they're most active on YouTube. So you can try to like gauge when to, but the thing is, I put another video out at the same time that I did RRR and it didn't do as well. So it has nothing to do with that. It was just a perfect storm, that RRR video. But then, you know, when freaking Billy puts my channel at the end of the video, this happens. It's just nuts, guys. And I feel like, and see, I've heard that a lot. Thank you, James. I appreciate that. He says that I deserve that success. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. There's a lot of YouTubers out there that do this for years and years and years and don't have the kind of success that I've had. Maybe it's just persistence. I don't know. I try to be persistent. That's all I can say. I try to put out a good a good product, you know? I try to put out something that I would want to watch. So, yeah. That was super cool. That call out was great. Not Gary, what are you talking about? And Caleb says, "You're my favorite movie channel on YouTube. You definitely deserve the success." Well, thank you, Caleb. I don't know. I don't know what it is. There's something in my upbringing that basically says you're not worth all that, you know? And it's kind of like, I never was a big fan of birthdays. I was never a big fan of birthdays just because I felt like I didn't earn anything. But this still feels different. Crap. It still feels different to me. It doesn't feel like, I don't feel like I've done enough, you know? I just don't. Oh, what Billy said on the last, gotcha, Gary, sorry. Or not Gary. Look, I just try to have fun and bring you guys along into my passions, you know, the stuff that I like, you know, movies and books and things, you know. I just feel like I'll be honest with you. I feel like I'm gonna hit that, and then it's probably gonna dip down some, because a lot of people are probably gonna be like, yeah, I just clicked the button because Billy told me to, but I don't really watch this guy, you know, and that's fine, you know. That's why I was like, no, you guys have your own audience, you know. I know there's gonna be some overlap, but you guys have your own audience. Don't worry about calling me out. The ranting robots. We are loyal automatons. Okay. I just got to say this right now. The ranting robots cracked me up with, they've cracked me up with their their comments on YouTube, their tweets. They're cracking me up. I would say, look, if you're a fan of comedy and you're a fan of games, go check out the ranting robots. That was, they've got quite a channel. It's interesting. And like I said, they've made me laugh multiple times. Made my wife laugh even, which is, you know, my it's hard to get my wife laughing. And she laughed. She thought it was hilarious. And then she liked my comment back at you. Something like, you said, Billy's one of or the Game Chasers are one of my favorites, like some of my favorite humans. So you are now a favorite as well, or something like that. And I said, I appreciate that. And I hope that in the Robot Uprising that you remember that. There it is. There it is. There it is. You will be spared in the Robot Uprising. Your wife too. Oh, thank you. You're already subbed to the robots. Well, okay then. You've been loyal since that handshake yet with Gemini. Not Gemini. Jim and I. But chugging through is important, but having a voice that is interesting and fresh. I'm so grateful that you and Jim met each other on set. Yeah, I mean, it's so amazing. I mean, Leon's right there in that same conversation. Just meeting everybody was just like amazing. Just a whole group of new friends. It really is amazing. It's amazing stuff. Be right back wiring stuff. Okay, okay. Star Fox. Ricky. Now you're just hearing Flight of the Conchords. Hey. So yeah, let me think. Is there anything else? I mean, look, I seriously feel like I could talk for an hour about that. About how ridiculous that is and how film friend. But it's just it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy to have people enjoy what I do, but it's also amazing that I know that because of my proximity to the Game Chasers, that number is a bit inflated, at least in my opinion. But hey, let's all get there. Let's all, I guess, a rising boat raises the ships. I don't remember what's the quote? I don't know. But I'll tell you what. I need, what is this? I got another notification here. Give me a second. What's going on? Oh. I said what we need to do is do a new trailer, but taking and in fact, I'm not even gonna say it. Let's just see if it happens. I'll just erect the subscriber count. You know what? This is making me nervous just having this here. Is that weird? Is it weird that having that number there is just like kind of freaking me out a little bit? Maybe we'll take it off. We won't think about it. Rising tide lifts all boats. Yes, James, thank you. Shoutouts help drown the planet. I think that's the quote. I mean, those are all pretty those are all pretty good. It's like a KD ratio. Exactly. No, I don't. In fact, I'll tell you this. A lot of times I don't even have the viewer count up because the viewer count makes me nervous. Because I don't want to change my show based on how many people are here. You know what I mean? But that's tough. It's tough to do anyway. Trailers are hard, man. The movie's great, but what do you put in the trailer without giving too much away? Well, I was thinking about having a different kind of trailer, a different style trailer. You know, now that we've got the Laurel here, we can go for like the artsy film kind of thing. You know, I think it'd be kind of funny if done correctly, it could be really funny. You miss the old days when a trailer actually teases not telling the movie. Yeah, I mean, it's so tough though, you know? There's some movies that they're like, I understand. In a way I get it because they're like, okay, this movie's kind of crap. And the only thing I think we can use is this good stuff. That's going to hopefully get people in seats. And then when you get in there and you go, oh, all the best parts were in the trailer. That's because the movie wasn't that great to begin with. You know what I mean? And the trailer was just to get your butt in the seat. So, I mean, that's the job of a trailer creator or whatever, trailer editor. It's their job is to sell the movie as best as they can. And sometimes that works and sometimes it doesn't. And sometimes it's exactly the opposite, right? You go, you see a trailer and you go, that looks like crap. And then you go see the movie and you're like, wow, this is actually really good. I've actually heard Secret Life of Pets? I've heard that's actually really good. Like, it's actually entertaining. But when I saw the trailer, I'm like, that looks like it's for like little kids. That's like, it's not for whatever. But apparently it's like a really good movie. I don't know, but just have a carrier bag blowing around for 30 seconds with whimsical music, soft voice. The Game Chasers movie. Last Jedi surprised people even after its trailer. No, and well, I mean, look, we could talk Last Jedi. We could talk the sequel trilogy and how many times they messed up. But, it did its job. You know, I mean, we can sit here all day long and say, oh, it wasn't this, it wasn't that. They should have done this, they should have done that. But you know what? They made their money back. Their job was to try to recoup that $4 billion investment of Lucasfilm, try to make that money back as quickly as possible. And you know what? They did it. They pulled it off. They pulled it off, and that's why Kathleen Kennedy's still high. You know, the executive, or the, what do you call it? The head of Lucasfilm, because she did exactly what she was asked to do in a very, very short amount of time, by the way. Now, you can say, well, that's why they didn't turn out great. True. But yeah, I mean, they did their job. Now they kind of screwed up the future a little bit, you know, the future of what Star Wars could be. But that's not how executives think. They think about, we have this $4 billion, negative on our ledgers. What can we do to make that a positive? I don't know. Let's make a bunch of Star Wars movies in a row. It's weird. And I still, look, as much as I dislike what happened with J.J. Abrams and Lawrence Kasdan, that Force Awakens started Star Wars off on a bad, or the sequel trilogy off on a bad foot. I honestly believe that they had the best intentions. That's right, Jay. Official selection. It's awesome. But yeah, that's the weird thing. I think trailers can do that. You're over the moon. I know, Jay. I mean, like I said, man, when the email came in, I was sitting here and I saw, oh crap, it's from Film Freeway. And in fact, what does it say? It says, all it says is judging status has changed for adventures in game. And so I click on it and I'm like, holy crap. It worked. So, didn't mean to derail. Oh no, dude. That's why it's up here. Anybody that wants to say something about it, let's talk about it. Because that's it. And all I was trying to say, I didn't want to go into another Star Wars talk. But trailers get butts and seats. It doesn't matter if they're good or bad. As long as it at the end of the day, they can say that trailer, this marketing did its job. We made it so much on opening weekend and all that kind of stuff. They don't care if they honestly, the studios honestly don't care about quality. It's not about that for them. It's not about being artistic. It's about taking this thing, putting some money into it, and hopefully at the end of the day, there's more money left over. That's all they care about. Most of them. Some of them actually care, but a lot of them, that's the only thing they care about. And so you have to keep that in mind when especially like Star Wars. Look, we could fight about Star Wars all day long. Oh, this one was good, this one was bad, whatever. They don't care. They don't care. As long as they're making money, they do not care. But send me that graphic on Messenger. What? It's the same one that I already sent you. All I did was they're separate. You know, they're just separate. And they're just in my OBS. See? They're separated. I just figured I'd put it up there. So, I don't know about Boss and Kings yet, but hey, Pray for the Devil showed a bit more than I wanted to see in the trailer. It's how, if you really sit and think about the trailers and you think about what the movie ended up being, and Timothy Sketchy Etchy Glasses just subscribed. Okay, are we going to look at it? Oh. There we go. $9.98. We're 2 away. 2 away. I don't even want to look. Gonna have to add a few more film festival graphics soon. Oh yeah. I mean, hopefully It's one of these things where when the trailer starts, you know, like if you saw the trailer for the movie, it'd be like, oh my God, what's this movie? Look at all these awards. You know what I mean? I heard that they chose films of monkey roller skating before yours. It's absolutely possible. Absolutely possible. How's it going, Tim? Show this man some love, y'all. Awesome, dude. Well, look, Blue Bull Reborn. Thank you. That is Tim, right? So there's there's two Tims in here. Yeah. But yeah, I don't even want to see. I don't even want to see. Oh, he's sitting next to you. No, I was talking about Blue Bull Reborn. Blue Bull Reborn was at Siege as well, and his name is Tim. So there's two Tims in here right now, at least. I mean, there might be multiple Tims. There's like 75 Tims in here. No. But let's see. What else have I got to show you? You know, I want to do those later. I wanted to get into a little bit of the news. I mean, other than, you know, this. Dude, I'm so freaking excited, man. It's hard. But we're going to start off fixing to get you to 1,000, baby. Well, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about my upbringing that makes me think that I don't deserve that. Like, I don't feel like I deserve it. Uh-oh. Comedic Matters. Congratulations on 1,000. There's 999 right there. I kind of want to watch it. I kind of want to watch it go over. You sub when I saw. Okay. Let's see what happens. I kind of want to click here. There it is. There it is. Guys. Holy crap. I mean, if you think about it, man, this has been, I started in April of 2020. So, wow. Just hit 1,000. It's crazy. It's crazy to see it happen live. That was actually, I'm kind of glad I set that up. I'm glad I didn't, I almost was like, I don't want to do that. That's weird. But I'm glad I did. That was cool to see. Thank you guys so much. I mean, you just don't, next stream will be a Familian special. That's right. That's right. We will dig into every single aspect of that movie. No, that's not going to happen. That would be terrible. Familian is terrible. But see, that's the thing. You say, Leon says, well done, Robbie. Well, I don't feel like I did a whole lot to deserve that. So I just all I can say now is I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys. Everybody that subscribed from number 1 all the way up. It's amazing. It's amazing to do this. But at the same time, and look at there. Liz there. I also have to say that none of Order 42 would be possible if it wasn't for Billy and Jay. It just wouldn't. You have to, I mean, I have to be honest. So these guys, there's no reason why this is all because of them. Now, sure, I did this. I made the channel. Started the reviews and all that kind of stuff. But that wouldn't have happened if Billy hadn't called me up that night and said, hey, you want to work on this movie? It just wouldn't have happened. So those guys suck. Well, I'm just saying I just have to know, I have to realize that everything that I've done, it's really because of you guys. So you wonder why I have risked so much. If you want to know why, we spent so much time, looking for locations, the script supervisor stuff, everything from the beginning to the end, which is, I guess it's still not over, is it? We're still talking about this movie. But it's because of them guys. It's because of those. Billy and Jay. Those guys single-handedly got me involved in the movie, and I owe this to them. So that's the way it is. Billy and Jay are a nice couple. Yes. Either way, you helped each other, which is awesome. And that's true. That's true. And thank you for the congrats on the nomination, Tim. Appreciate that. Other than Christmas Twister, what's your second favorite guilty pleasure movie? That's an awesome question, James. I don't know. See, that's the thing. What is a guilty pleasure? Is a guilty pleasure a movie that was low, like a lower rated kind of movie? Because I have plenty of movies that I love that got like 40% on like Rotten Tomatoes, and got bad reviews. Hook. Steven Spielberg's Hook. Robin Williams. I like that movie a lot. I wouldn't say I love it, but I like it. I like it a lot. But it was critically panned. So would that be a guilty pleasure? Speed Racer. Love that movie. Love that movie. That's probably the one that, of all of them, that I probably watched the most. Is that a guilty pleasure? Probably. I'll just say Speed Racer. There you go. How's that? Yep, wouldn't know Robbie without this movie. He's now one of my favorite people. Oh, Leon, thank you. And that's reciprocated. And Leon may be joining us a little later in the year. So, hey. I would like to thank Siege for introducing me to Rob and Billy and Jay. See? Tim? Yes, exactly. Blue Bull Reborn, Tim. How do you... Tony Short just subscribed. Look at that. 1001. Thank you, guys. Really. It's just amazing. It's crazy. You think Speed Racer qualifies? Okay. Well, there you go. Thank you, Jody. I appreciate that. And Squiggles. Good to see Squiggles here. Yes. Thank you, Squiggles. Starship Troopers. Now, see, I don't know about Starship Troopers. I think that one is more of a... I guess that one started out kind of critically panned too, but it started to really be a thing, like a cult favorite, you could say. Not like a guilty pleasure. I would say cult favorite. Hudson the Angry Ghost. I'm wondering if just makes you wonder sometimes when you see the names. Are these real people? Hudson the Angry Ghost. I don't know. You saw Beverly Hills Ninja in the theater 10 times. Wow. Blue for short to make it easier for you, Rob. Yeah, my name is like a tongue twister. A little bit. You think Starship Troopers is whack, Jay? Hey, that's the thing, man. Movies are subjective, right? I don't hate it, but I don't love it. I get that there's it's basically talking about fascism. It's so mid. Yeah. It is. I can see that. Hudson Ghost sounds legit. Exactly, Jody. It may be. It may be. Look at his face. It's like we're happy birthday to him, and all he can do is sit there and smile. Yeah, happy birthday, man. It's a weird thing. Birthdays are weird for me because I don't feel like it's like I didn't do anything. kind of. I mean, I guess I survived another year. Maybe that's why people are celebrating. Holy crap, he's still alive. Starship Troopers has a lot of hidden messages. Yeah, I mean, the symbolism in that movie is definitely a thing. But I mean, the movie has to be entertaining on top of that, right? And I think that Starship Troopers on a level is entertaining. I totally didn't get it. You know, the first time I'm just sitting there going, this is dumb. And then I watched it again and I'm like, okay, I get it. I get the symbolism and all that. That's fine. But then, you know, over the years, I'm kind of like, yeah, it's not bad. It's coming out in 4K. I don't know if anybody's a big fan of Starship Troopers, but the 4K release is coming out later in the year. Verhoeven Rocks, RoboCop was definitely his masterpiece. I mean, for sure. For sure. Congrats on the Boston Film Awards. I know, right? I mean, again, this week has been insane, dude. Not just that, but that. Billy, you know, when I saw that, I'm like, I don't know. And see, here's how I found out, okay? So my phone is, picture the scene, Thursday afternoon. I'm in here and I'm recording a video. And I'm hearing that thing is going off. Bling, bling. And I'm like, what is going on? So then I go look at my phone. And I've got some tweets. I'm like, what the heck? And then I'm like, oh, Billy put the video out. So then I go watch the video and I'm like, okay, this is pretty good. This is pretty funny. You know, this is pretty good. And then get to the very end and he's all like, yeah, go sub to Order 42, and then puts it right in the center of the screen. And I'm like, you son of a, oh my God. Billy's here. He's tweeting about you. Oh, there he goes. I just saw it. Well, I did see it and then it went away. Oh, there you go. Oh, he just said 9. Okay. Man, this is crazy. It's just been a crazy week, man. With this, just a couple hours ago now. It's been 2 hours. And then this. You just don't understand. Jay also says Fuel is Metallica's best song. I mean, I don't know about that one. I like a lot of songs from Metallica. Fuel is, I guess, Gem. Verhoeven Rocks, RoboCop was, and Caleb said it's Starship Troopers scared the hell out of you when your dad watched it in front of you as a kid. You're talking about Starship Troopers or RoboCop? Because I can see both of those being kind of horrifying. Because RoboCop, I mean, dude, when Murphy gets killed, I mean, spoiler alert, not really. It's 35 years old? I don't think it's... Anyway, when Murphy gets killed, that's a horrific... I mean, that's like crazy. Truly true, 4K Troopers is great news. There you go. The first Starship Troopers available on 4K, so is the anime film of it now. Well, there's some new I got news about it on something where it was saying, hey, this new release of Starship Troopers on 4K. And hey, thank you, Jody. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I'm just going to do this and go ahead and make... There you go. Enter Sandman is the best song from Metallica? I mean, oh yeah, Starship Troopers, the brain bug. See, it wasn't even that for me. It's like, okay, so when did that come out? I was old enough to watch Starship Troopers when it came out. I think I saw it in the but it was all the visceral violence. I mean, there was some crazy violence in that movie, and I think one where a bug picks up a guy and rips him in half, and it just was like, holy crap, that kind of looked real. But yeah, your family member worked on RoboCop special effects, really? The scene in RoboCop with Ed 209 in the office, watch the special effects behind the scenes on that. It's a cool story, and it looks great. Yeah, and that was filmed in Dallas. That was filmed in an empty office building in Dallas, which is crazy. And then all of the whole I like it, that whole scene on that street, that was Deep Ellum before it was Deep Ellum, which is kind of nuts too. And then I actually looked up. I was watching the movie in 4K when I did my review a while back. When I was watching it, I was pausing it, and I had Apple Maps open, and Apple Maps is in 3D. So I was moving the buildings around to figure out exactly where the camera was, and I found the exact parking lot where at the beginning, Murphy and Lewis are drinking coffee, and he's flipping his gun around, and he's like, my kid gets a kick out of it, and she's like, and he's like, all right, I get a kick out of it too. And then that whole scene, I found the parking lot where that was shot. It was like, that's freaking cool, man. So yeah, anyway. Yeah. When Ed 209 kills Kenny, Kenny, yeah. I wonder if that inspired South Park's character. I mean, it's possible. TJ Laser. That's right. That's right. Can you do that, Dad? Yeah, that whole thing. All right. Well, you know what? We're going to take the sub count off. Should I take it off? Let's take it off. Let's take it off for now. We'll check in on it later. But we hit 1K, right? Holy crap. But let's go over a few things. I just wanted to let's see. Okay, no, I did do it. Okay. Oh, wait a minute, did I? I restarted my computer. Hold on a second. Let me see. Okay, I fixed that. Did I fix this? I did. Okay. Everything's working. Sorry. I'll buy that for $1. But I wanted to talk about this. The other day, I finished Swan Song, this book. Now, if you don't know what Swan Song is, it's a story about, it's post-apocalyptic, and it's very similar to The Stand. If you've ever seen The Stand, or watched, or read The Stand, it's very similar premise, where in The Stand, it's like a plague that wipes out most of humanity. In Swan Song, it's World War III. And then you're following different survivors on different paths. And there's a supernatural element to Swan Song. I was actually thinking about doing a full review on it on the channel, because it was a fast read. It's a huge book. It is fat. It's like 930 pages. So it's a fat book. Okay. But I read it in like 18 days. For me, that's pretty fast, because I only typically read like as I'm getting ready for bed or whatever. And it was like, okay, I want to read this. So I was reading like 2 hours a night, reading this book. Anyway, really good. It is definitely chunky. I mean, I have the digital copy or I had it because I got it from the library. Which, by the way, that is, guys, if you like to read, get them from the library. You can get ebooks from the library. If you have a phone or an iPad or Kindle, even you can read on a computer. You can get all these books for free, for nothing. So like Swan Song, I didn't pay for it. I just checked it out from the library. That's awesome. And it's free. So check with your local library and get all that stuff. Anyway, I think that I like The Stand more. So if you've read The Stand, there's a lot of similarities. because The Stand was like one of the first Stephen. In fact, I think it was the first Stephen King book I read, and then a friend of mine at the time said, "Dude, if you liked it, you got to read The Stand." I'm like, okay. So my stepmom got me The Stand, and that's another fat one. It's like 1,200 pages, huge book, but I loved it. This one is a little. Think about it this way. Stephen King writes in a way where there's a lot of downtime sometimes. You know, he just I want you to feel what this character's feeling and know what he's going through and all that stuff. And you know what I'm saying? That's kind of how Stephen King writes. Captain Luke. I recently read The Mist and then watched the movie in the same day. That's a good. Now, the movie had a good ending, didn't it? I like it. The movie ending messed me up, right? It's so good. It's such a good ending. So, I'm not going to give away the ending, okay? But the book ends very open-ended. The book ends very open-ended where you're not sure what's going to happen. And it just kind of ends. And then in The Mist, the movie, Frank Darabont wrote an ending for it. An actual ending. And Stephen King told him, he said, because he was actually kind of worried that Stephen King wouldn't like it. And he said, that is absolutely the ending that I would have gone with if I would have thought of it. That is a wonderful ending, a great ending, and it really is. I mean, the Mist, yeah, ending was soul crushing. Loved it. Yeah. What did you think of the remake of Pet Sematary? I've never seen it. In fact, that's a book and movie, even the original movie. I've never seen it. And I've never read it. And I keep hearing from people that Pet Sematary is one of his best books. So yeah, it's on the list. I just, my list is insane. But if Stephen King writes in an almost leisurely, he's big into setting, he's big into character, all that stuff, right? Swan Song is more like almost like a movie script. It moves, and it's a page turner for sure. His action is very cinematic. Like when you're reading it, you can almost see it. And the Game Chasers is here. The Game Chasers is here. Welcome, Billy. So, yeah. Have I read Gone South? No, this is my first McCammon book. So yeah, if you're saying Carbonite, is Gone South good? If it's good, I'll check it out. I'll put it on the list. Silver Bullet is your favorite Stephen King movie so far? Well, Silver Bullet is fun, for sure. But I'll also say that, well, that's weird. Can I? Oh. Just in case. Just in case. Hold on. Let me make sure I don't close everything up. Okay. Hell yeah, I love Gone South. My favorite by him. Got some wacky characters. All right. Reading list. I gotta find a place for it. It's gonna be a while. Granted. Because I've got a lot of stuff on the list here. But I'm gonna put it on here. Gone South. Robert McCammon. Ammon. Yeah. Okay. So and Magnus is here. Welcome, Magnus. Magnus, your text or your tweet earlier cracked me up. If that was you. I'm pretty sure that was you. If I had a scoped hunting rifle, would I shoot a Gungan? No. No, I wouldn't. And the reason is, I actually like Gungans now. The Clone Wars actually oh my God. The Clone Wars TV show actually made me like the Gungans. including Jar Jar. For sure. Just saying. Oh, ranting robots. That's robots. That's so kind. The gay human uncles we robots never had. And now Order 42 is our YouTubing brother who hit the 1,000 subscriber puberty. Exactly. Put Contact on your list of books. The movie is also great if you haven't seen it. Oh, yes. I've seen it and read it. Awesome. Love it. But Gone South is now on the list. Now I need to go back to my list here of things. Okay, Swan Song. Hyperion and Fall of Hyperion. I've read those. I really, really enjoyed those. Those were when it's when the pandemic really started. Bucho, our good buddy Bucho, who hasn't been here in a while. I don't know what's going on with Bucho, but he hasn't been here in a while. And Wraith is here. Welcome. But Bucho got me into reading again. So I had things on my list and I just started plowing through some stuff. And especially with this idea of reading like at least like 30 minutes a night, man, you can plow through books, you know? So I've been, again, got all the Tolkien books, you know, to go. There's still a lot to go. I've only read that green one. Okay, the history goes from here. Let's do this. The history goes from here, this green book, to this green book. 12 books in this series. History of Middle-earth. I've only read the first one. And then there's all the other books that are like down here and stuff. There's a ton for me left to read. So, Berserk. I know. Dude, Berserk, I've almost pulled the trigger on those big fat special editions, Volume 1 and Discworld series, exactly. And I've got Neil Gaiman in there. There's so much. There's so much. But I want to wrap this up. Swan Song. And don't worry, I love hearing from you guys. It's my favorite. It's why I love live streaming. You know, making a video is fun, but hearing from you guys is my favorite thing. It's my favorite thing. I love that feedback. But Swan Song, I don't like it as much as The Stand, but I still think it's worth a read. If you've read The Stand already, you know kind of the feeling, at least the beginning of what to expect, but then it goes in some interesting directions. And I love the way that he describes action, because his action is very cinematic. You can literally, I've always said, you know, when people say, "Oh, I don't like to read," and I'm like, yeah, but books are like movies for your brain, you know? They go right in your brain. You read the words and then your brain makes up, you're the director. And you can see how everything plays out. You can cast however you want, you know? I mean, of course, you know, they'll give you descriptions of stuff. But you know what I mean? It's like, that's why I've always loved books, you know? As a very, very small child. I learned to read when I was 3 years old. Advertise the Discord? Well, everybody can advertise the Discord. All you got to do is !Discord. Old Nightbot over there. Nightbot? Are you on the job tonight? There you go. Thank you. There you go. There's the link. If you guys want to join the Discord. 19 volumes into Berserk. Need to get the other volumes eventually. Wow. You're more of a history buff. So many good mob suspense novels out there to read. Exactly. Dude, there's I've got some nonfiction on the list as well. It's a lot of it. There's one written by Patton Oswalt's wife, who passed away a few years ago. She wrote a book on a serial killer and her search for the serial killer. I want to read that. And in fact, I think they made a show about it. But I want to read that. There's, of course, I like reading. I do like reading, you know, biographies and stuff. So I read Bruce Lee not too long ago. But yeah. Swan Song is a good album by Carcass. Never heard of it. But anyway. A lot of people were saying, why do people keep saying that? And it was a review of Swan Song, because I was like, I wonder what other people think of this, because I liked it, but it's not as good as The Stand. A lot of people are saying that they liked it more than The Stand. And they said, I don't understand why people can't just say, hey, there's these two things that have similarities. You know, Stand was obviously written a lot earlier than Swan Song was. So yeah, Robert McCammon might have taken some ideas from Stephen King, but he went off in his own direction. They said it's kind of like Home Depot and Lowe's, or Metallica and Megadeth. Just listen to both. Or you can shop at both stores, depending on which one's closer, whatever. Anyway, Swan Song was good. And so now, I'm back in it. I'm back in Wheel of Time, Book 6, Lord of Chaos. I barely started, so I don't know anything about it, other than they're basically catching you up from the end of the last book. That's one of the things Jordan does really well, and I think some people don't like it. But what he does is he's like, hey, remember this character did this in the last book kind of thing, and it kind of catches you up. Since I'm reading them kind of spread out with other books, it's actually helpful for me. So, but yeah, there you go. Lord of Chaos is now on the list. And I'm also, what I'm doing is, it's something that, I mean, I don't know if I'm going to actually share it or anything, but I'm keeping track of all the books that I'm reading, and I'm keeping track of how long it took me to read it. And so I can say, hey, I read this one in 18 days, you know, Swan Song was 18 days. And then Wheel of Time, I got the audiobook, right? It's 42 hours. 42 hours, man. So yeah. And Ted. Welcome, Ted. Good to see you. Am I speed running books? I mean, hardly. I heard one of the reviews said that he reread Swan Song in 2 days. And I'm like, okay, you just spent the weekend reading. You didn't do anything else. I can't do that. I've got other things going on. And I'm also, what do you call it? Almost like slightly ADHD, I guess. I can't do that. Can't do it. Now, wait a minute. What did I miss here? Okay. There are many properties that have theme parks. Which property do you feel needs a theme park that hasn't had one yet? Fimalian. That would be interesting. Critters. Yeah, Fimalian would be crazy. Goosebumps. Wish you could set up JStream with these commands. It's a pain to copy paste the Discord link whenever he needs. Oh, I know it. All he's already got Streamlabs set up. All he has to do is send up the events. Look, what I need to do, I need to go over there anyway. I need to go over there and I need to do a stream with him. You know, he's asked me a couple times and I'm like, all right, just let me know. And then we both get busy and it doesn't happen. I need to just go over there and just say, hey, let's do a stream on a night when Tim and Melvor or whatever, unless he just wants me there. I don't want to take away from them or whatever. I just don't want to get in the way. So maybe one of those nights when he's just hanging out and not, you know, whatever, go over there and we'll chat and do the thing. And I'll set him up then. It'd be great. Gremlins and Critters would be great. Also a good excuse for ride malfunctions. That's right. Yeah, you could just say, Gremlins, damn Gremlins again. Yeah. So, you read The Road in 2 days. Wow. Yeah, The Road took me a bit. The Road is another post-apocalyptic book. Of course, the movie with Viggo Mortensen. That book was hard to get through, just because it's, and there are parts of Swan Song they're kind of depressing, you know, but it's actually pretty good. Wait a minute. What is the Queen Amidala helped to perpetuate the Clone Wars with her vote of no confidence against Chancellor Valorum. It gave the Separatists the impetus. Okay. I mean, you're right. You're right. I mean, really, it was Padme and Jar Jar. Jar Jar gave him the emergency powers that allowed him to use the Clone Wars, or the clones. So, you're right. Slow reader, but great memory. I'm telling you, for those of you who, and if again, especially if you have a library card, and those are easy to get. You can get them online. You just go to your city, find out if they have an online library card thing. Do that. Okay. What's awesome is that you can rent or check out the audiobooks and the ebooks at the same time. So you can read the ebook as it's reading it to you. And I'm telling you, for me, I'd be in the middle of a paragraph and then go, I don't know what I'm reading because my mind wandered to something. The audiobook helps me lock in. And I'm telling you, it's perfect. Especially if you're like, maybe you don't like reading because of that. And you keep getting sidetracked and your brain keeps, and that's just something that I learned by accident. And it's one of my favorite things. It's like, it's awesome. It's awesome to read a book that way because not only are you're still reading it, but it definitely helps, at least, like I said, it helps me. And especially when you get ones like, a really good, narrator that's doing voices and stuff like that. It's awesome. It's great. It's so good. So I highly recommend that. So I think people should read more, and people should watch old movies, go back to the 60s, 70s, 50s, 40s, 30s, watch some of those old movies. They're great. They're really, really good. Some of them are cheesy as hell. Okay. And especially when there's a fight, those crack me up because they're so melodramatic. The way they, it's cheesy, but there's some great stories, and that's what it's all about. At least for me. Anyway. Okay, wait a minute. Come to New York City for that real Gotham feeling minus Batman. That would be fun. That would be really fun. Jar Jar had a sad ending. I mean, it's pretty sad. Blood Meridian, another grim. Oh man, I bet. Oh wait, I'm thinking of something else. I don't know what Blood Meridian is. I never got to go on the Back to the Future ride. And no, Caleb, I've never done the letterbox thing. Who was that? That was oh God. I'm going blank on his name. Let me see. Do I I don't know why I'm making these noises. Devin. So Matt Retro Wolf, his editor, his name is Devin. And Devin was telling me about his Letterboxd. And he said he's got thousands of movies on there on his watch list. And I'm like, man, I really ought to do that. But yeah. I don't think Jar Jar killed himself. He basically was no, it wasn't autoerotic asphyxiation. No, he became like a hobo on the streets of Theed on Naboo. The fanfic of Jar Jar being the Sith. Nah. Yeah, homeless clown tramp. Yeah. An escort? Ghostbusters. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I love Ghostbusters, man. Letterboxd is pretty cool. People get to see your bad taste in movies. Well, yeah, but I mean, you learn a lot about somebody by what movies they like to watch. That would be, in fact, when I was a manager at Blockbuster, I basically threw away the list of questions that Blockbuster wanted me to ask because they didn't have to work with these people. I did. So one of the questions that I would ask is, are you into, like, what's your favorite movie genre? And sometimes they'd go, oh yeah, it's comedy, or oh, it's blah blah blah, or oh, it's I don't usually play movies, I play video games. I'm like, okay, what's your favorite video game? You learn a lot about somebody by what games they like to play, what movies they like to watch, all of those things. So I would start off by trying to get them to give me a movie. If they didn't give me a movie, they said video game, I'd say, what's your favorite game? If not, I'd say, okay, what's your favorite movie? Or do you have a favorite top 5? And some people would be like, that's a hard one. And you'd be like, this guy doesn't know anything about movies. But then every now and then you'd go, oh, without a doubt, Star Wars, or without a doubt, Indiana Jones, or without a doubt, Gremlins, or whatever. You can see right away because there's a passion there. A love for movies was something I wanted out of every employee that I worked with. Either a love of movies or a love of games. If you could blurt out a favorite movie or favorite video game in seconds, I knew I wanted to work with you. Because that's what I wanted. I wanted people that, you know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. I'm sure it does. But yeah. Taxi drive. See, like Caleb, if you came in there and said my favorite movie is Killer Clowns from Outer Space, I'd be like, really? You'd be like, yeah. You'd be like, yeah, and you'd sell me on it. That's exactly what you want to be as a Blockbuster employee. You want to watch a new movie that comes out, and you want to be able to sell somebody on it. You want to talk about it. You say, oh man, the acting is great. Or man, I really like the action in this movie. Or whatever. You want that. We all became like kind of critics in a way because of that. Just upsell the Super Mario movie. You like a bit of everything? See, that's the thing. But you could still, like some people would go, you could tell in their face when when they go, oh, I have to think about that. And they're thinking about a movie. But then there's somebody that goes, oh man, that's tough because I have a lot of, and I'm like, just give me a couple. And they'd give me a couple. And then you'd be like there was this one girl that came in. She was, I think she was a year or two younger than me. And I said, so, what's your favorite movie? I didn't ask her any other questions. I asked her, I knew that she was a teacher and that she was getting this job part-time. And I'm like, why do you want to work here? She goes, I love movies. And I'm like, really? What's your favorite movie? She goes, Star Wars, without a doubt. She goes, Star Wars, she told this whole story about her family and Star Wars. And I'm like, okay, well, thanks for coming in. I mean, I didn't ask her any questions about, well, tell me about a time that, you had to talk somebody out of some, or you had to, there was an employee situation where you had to change. None of that crap. No. You like movies or not? I can teach you everything else. Working at Blockbuster is not freaking rocket science. What I want is a love of movies. Or that's what I wanted. I actually kind of think that, man, I'm kind of giving myself an idea here. Blade Runner 1 and 2 and Ghost in the Shell anime are your favorite movies. I can't argue. Empire. There we go. Sorry, I'm a little behind on the chat here. Predator is still your favorite movie? Don't blame you. That's a great one. What's your favorite movie before they finish? Terminator 2, hands down. See, that's Young Frankenstein. I watched Young Frankenstein. I hadn't watched it since I was really young, so I didn't catch a lot of the jokes. I watched it recently. That movie is fantastic. And Terry Garr was, you know what I'm saying? Terry Garr was a cutie pie. She was. Yeah. 12 Angry Men, and no, that is not some kind of gangbang porno. I own 12 Angry Men, and that is a fantastic movie. Now, if you had told me that then I would have said, well, what movie is that? Because I wouldn't have known. I wouldn't have seen it. I didn't see 12 Angry Men till I was probably 30, and then was like, wow, where has this movie been my whole life? It's in black and white, and it's pretty much in one room, the whole movie, and it's fantastic. Fantastic movie. So good. Alita Battle Angel, love it. That's one of those where I love the movie, I love the story, I love the world building. Some of the characterization is pretty weak. Like the dude, her boyfriend, weak. That dude is a weak actor. Oh man. Did I ever catch anyone stealing at Blockbuster? Absolutely. Many times. Many times. What's weird is and we called it Spidey sense. There would be times when I would, because the thing is when people are coming in the door, you're supposed to say hello. Hey, how's it going? Hey, welcome to Blockbuster. Hey, what's your sign? I wouldn't do that, but you know what I mean. Like whoever's coming in, you have to greet them. I would know by looking at them if they were going to steal or not. A lot of times. In fact, there was one guy where I just had a funny feeling and then caught him stealing. Now, the thing is at Blockbuster, you were not supposed to stop them. You were supposed to talk with them and hopefully scare them enough that they would leave. And most of the time they would leave, but if they had something, you couldn't like tackle them or anything like that. Try to take some of our game cases. We had in fact, I can kind of show you. We had rampant DVD thieving going on. So here's Batman, okay? Now I'm going to show you. When you take the case out, you see this seam right here? Where these fold? Right here? That's a weak spot. They would take razor, because remember, at Blockbuster, we had the locks. You know, so there was a lock that went through this part of the case. Didn't touch the disc or anything inside, but it was a lock, right? And you had to use a magnet to take the lock out, okay? What they would do is that they would slit down that weak spot, down that crease, and then just open it this way and take the disc out. That's the way they used to do it back in the day. And you would basically look for somebody who's like, wow, that person's been here a while. And a lot of times what you would do is you'd find their stash of a bunch of empty cases all sitting on one shelf, all slit open. And you're like, son of a... But yeah, it happened all the time. Anyway. Why was I unsubscribed? Oh my God, that crazy Greek. Where are we at right now? I'm just curious. Hey, still at 1,002, I guess. Okay. There you go. I'm happy, dude. Okay? If it stays at 1,002 for a month, I'll be fine. Trust me, I'll be fine. Considering I was at 515 or whatever on Thursday, yeah, I'll be fine. But anyway. People who threw cases at you, I don't know. The Crow. Oh my God, loved it the second the credits rolled back in 94. I'll tell you, the moment that I realized that I loved that movie, I already liked the movie pretty well. But when he punches the mirror, the Cure is playing, and he's painting himself up, and he comes to the window, lightning flashes with the Crow on his shoulder. Come on. How do you not love that movie? But that wasn't actually Brandon Lee standing there. That was all digital and all that. There's a lot of digital stuff where it's not him. And they took shots from other parts of the movie because he was shot and killed during the making of the movie. But yeah, love that movie. Come on. Man, I am way behind on the 12 Angry Men is up there with Glengarry Glen Ross. I definitely prefer 12 Angry Men. Glengarry, I was never a big fan of. Dude, Where's My Car? That's another great one. Welcome to Blockbuster, home of the Blockbuster. Can I take your order? Spidey Sense at the dollar store was looking and seeing how much meth they were on. Whoa. Yeah. Star Fox, totally watch 12 Angry Men. Hey, time to unsubscribe. No. Did you ever have anyone arrested? I mean, most of the time they didn't stay long enough to be able to do that. 1,500? If it hit 1,500, I don't know what I would do. Look at her. Got another one. Look, I'm just happy. I'm just happy. I don't even know what a mukbang is, but I'm pretty sure I shouldn't do that on stream. Just saying. No topless streams, no. You absolutely love The Crow, and to me, The Crow City of Angels is still a good watch. I like parts of that movie. It wasn't a huge fan. I like Dark City. So if you like The Crow, same director did Dark City. Dark City is amazing. I almost said Dark Shitty, but Dark City is amazing too. And The Crow is like, if you want to know, like, who would Rob like to look like, it would be Brandon Lee. Absolutely. Brandon Lee in The Crow. Holy crap. Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm too old to look like that. So. But, Jeff, old Octavius, good to see you, sir. No hot tub streams. No. What's the story between you and Game Chasers? What I remember is during Billy live stream were you their manager in Blockbuster where they work? Yes. I started it, well, first, I met Billy in 1994. The year was 1994. And I was a cashier, I think, at Kroger. And Billy was, in fact, we might have all gotten hired at the same time, like around the same time. But Billy was a courtesy clerk, which is a sacker. That's what we call them, courtesy clerks. So I met Billy when he was 16. I was 18. And you've known each other since the 90s. Yeah, 94. And Billy moved on to be in produce, and he worked in the produce section for many years, I think. I wasn't at Kroger very long, but I left Kroger and I went to work at, what was that place called? National Tech Team. National Tech Team was they were contracted to do tech support and stuff for like HP and Dell and all, like a bunch of computer companies at the time. And I didn't know jack about computers, but I knew, I learned a lot about printers. So I was a printers guy at Tech Team, but that is also where I met Jerry, which Jerry was switched on. So if you know the switched on story, I left Kroger to go work at Tech Team, met Jerry, and then later on met Brian. Brian and Jerry and I did the Switched On show, which was a podcast that we started in 2005. Yes, those dates are correct. 2005. And we got to about 10,000 listeners worldwide per show between 2005 and 2007. Billy, but anyway, going back. I left Tech Team and went to, got a job at Blockbuster in 1997. And about I think it was like a month or 2 months after I got hired at Blockbuster, Jay got hired. And then a few months later, Rufus was hired, and then Billy. And so there was a lot of people that we worked with that remained friends all these years. And then I got manager first, then Jay got manager. So we were both managers at the time. So there were times where our shifts wouldn't overlap or we wouldn't be working together. But when we did, it was a blast, you know? And there were definitely nights where it was me, Jay, Billy, and Rufus. And it was awesome. It was so much fun. So much fun. So yeah, we've been friends for a very, very long time. And they knew that I liked movies. I don't think anyone realized how much I knew about movies, because I left Blockbuster and when I left Blockbuster in 2000 to go work at Sprint, and then I went back to Blockbuster later. Anyway, yeah, I became more of a movie dork than anyone could have guessed. And being a movie dork meant that I learned a lot about the business, about the actual the studios and how they market, how they price things, all that kind of stuff. And then I'm also big into making my own stuff. So yeah, I was able to help out with the movie. It's kind of a short answer. BPC GOS. BPC goes. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to pronounce that, but hopefully that answered your question. That was long, sorry. Rob will shave his head at 1500. You know what? I want to shave my head now because it's getting very long, as you can see. Look at how brown it is down there compared to almost black. It looks weird. Anyway, I'm tired of it and I want it gone. So, yeah. The year before you were born, Squiggles. Wow. Did you get a PSX when it came out? Absolutely. I had a Nintendo first. I still have my original Nintendo, my original Super Nintendo, my original, well, I had a GameCube, I had a 64, but they were both rental units, I think, from Blockbuster. I still have my original Dreamcast. I don't have my original PlayStation. I think I gave that to my brother because I had a PS2 and you could play all the PS1 games. So it was like, what's the point? And of course, retro wasn't a thing at that point. But yeah, a face shave, I can do that anytime. I just like the thing. Now, Wraith, you asked me another question somewhere. Were you there when Billy was dressed as Sting? Yes, I was. And I was like, but what? Okay. That's pretty much what it was. But why? Okay. Yeah. What did you think of Adventures of Game Chasing movie? You saw it. Kula98, you saw it? What did you think of it? I mean, I worked on it, so it's not the same. But yeah. Sorry, I'm still catching up with the chat. I love technology, so as much as I love and miss the 90s, I like present day tech. That's really what I am. I mean, especially if you watch Adventures of Game Chasing. I like to keep things up to date, you know? I like to have the new stuff. Did you have to see their wieners at Blockbuster, or is that a recent thing? That was definitely something that happened. I guess that's a new thing. It's not really a new thing. It's probably something that happened after I wasn't hanging around as much. Firestarter X just subscribed. Thank you. Firestarter X, thank you so much. Where are we at now? Oh, 1005. See, it only shows up for I think you have to have that set up to where it's public for it to show up in the little thing up here. But thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. Awesome to hear the story. You're going to be in planned Game Chasers podcast, right? Yes. And the reason that I never said anything about it was because Billy and I talked about that like a year ago, year and a half. We were talking about it. And I was like, yeah, that'd be great. And he goes, well, don't say anything yet. Just let's wait until it's announced. And I was like, okay, yeah, no problem. So I was like, man, this is going to be really cool. It's going to be really fun. And of course, at that time, I probably had like 150 subscribers, so I was kind of like, hey, that might actually help me, them get to see who I am and what I'm like and all that kind of stuff. And that was, a long time ago. So when they brought it up again, I was like, yeah, you know I'm in. I want to do this, right? Of course, just let me know when. And like, okay. So I didn't think it was going to be, I was like, okay, it'll probably be another 6 months or year or whatever. And then Billy announced it on his video when he was talking about like his new plan for the Game Chasers channel. So I was like, oh, okay, let's do it. So then I had to tell my wife. It's like, hey, yeah. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it. Melvor, and I will say this, for the most part, I am an outlier when it comes to Star Wars from the rest of the guys. Billy, Jay, and Melvor all hate The Last Jedi. I like The Last Jedi. There are parts of it I absolutely love. There are parts of it that are not great. But I actually like, for the most part, overall, I can say that I like the movie. I think that actually The Last Jedi has the most great stuff than The Force Awakens or Rise of Skywalker. But it also has some of the lowest points in the sequel trilogy. So it's a really weird movie, but overall, I like it. They hate it. They can't stand it. In fact, I'm pretty sure they can't stand the whole sequel trilogy now. And that's pretty much how Rise of Skywalker just soured me to the whole thing. But I also like Solo. I like Solo a lot. Melvor can't stand it. So that's going to be really interesting to hear all of our points of view together. I'm really excited about it. I'm excited about it, and the thing is I just think it's gonna be hilarious. It's gonna be fun, and I'm excited. I was gonna say I can't wait, but as you know, that's hyperbole, because yes, I can wait. When you say you can't wait, you're just saying that you're excited. But you can wait, and you will wait. So I'm excited for it. I hope you're excited for it. It's gonna be a great time. Anyway. Do you like the John Woo movies? Yes, Magnus, I do. There are some of them that are better than others. I like his American films, a lot of his American films. I like a lot of his, like, Better Tomorrow. I almost said Hard to Kill. That's Steven Seagal, isn't it? What's the one? It's been a while since I've seen John Woo movies, because it's almost like John Woo started a style that then came over to America, and now it's morphed into a new style. So it's almost like watching like a black and white movie in a way, because it's an old style of movie. But yeah, I mean, Chow Yun Fat, I mean, come on. Awesome movies. Awesome movies. Shave it on stream to raise money. You know what? That is an idea. Because I wanted to do this months after I got started. I was like, I want to do a charity stream. And I'm like, I only have like 4 people watching me. It's probably not going to raise a whole lot of money, but I would like to do it. And if you think, I would love to do that. In fact, one of my favorite charities, and it's very close to my heart because I was in the hospital for a couple of months, right? Oh, that's the other thing. In my story, I almost died. I almost died back in 2014. Really, really rough. I do have not trying to, you guys watch it if you want, but there is a video on my channel talking about that. I go into some detail about it, and yeah, so that period of my life from 2014 to 2017, when I was either in the hospital or sitting at home on IV, couldn't eat, all of that stuff, it changed my life. So yeah, there's a charity that I really, really believe in, and it's what it does, or what they do is they create gaming systems to basically take them in for kids to play, to get their minds off of the fact that they're in the freaking hospital. You know what I mean? And it's a wonderful charity. I think they're awesome, and I'd really like to do something with them. But yeah, I would love to do that. Do a charity stream. I would love to do it. I believe that one in particular, I just watched a video on it, it's probably like a 2-minute video talking about what they do, and I'm sitting there just bawling. I'm also very if you don't know me very well, I tend to I wear my heart on my sleeve, you know? My emotions are bare for everyone to see. But anyway, yeah, love it. I'd love to do that. Original PlayStation is one of your favorites to collect. And you know what? I still have some of my original PlayStation games, and I think they're worth some money. I have to get them all out and maybe take a look again. Because now I'm kind of interested in just kind of, dude, my closet right now, this closet right here, this door, it's insane in there. There's so much junk and just stuff, especially like boxes of things, like just the empty box for this thing that I bought, and this thing for the stream, and this microphone, and everything's in there, and it's just a mess. And I'd like to go through it and get rid of some of the stuff that I don't need anymore. Like, I love my old video games, but I'm probably never going to play them again. I'm that guy that I'll hook up my old Nintendo. I'll hook it up and I'll play a game for 5 minutes and go, yep, okay, remember that. Put this game in. Pretty fun. 5 minutes. And within an hour, I'm done playing retro video games. That's just me. I want to watch my sub count go down now. But yeah, that's just me. So anyway. Okay, wait a minute. Did I cry when Blockbuster went out of business? No, because I knew it was coming. For years, I knew it was coming. When they had a deal with DirecTV. They were going to have a deal with DirecTV. And then they said no to Netflix. And we all saw it coming. And I wasn't working there when they closed, but I was there when they got rid of the late fees. And that was definitely the beginning of the end. Because if anybody worked at Blockbuster and you saw your revenue for the end of the night and you saw the breakdown of what came in and you saw how much percentage of every day's take was late fees, you knew that, man, they're in big trouble. So, yeah. You gave me a sub from your old account. Well, Squiggles, thank you. I appreciate it. You remind me of a less creepy Spoonie Experiment. I'm not sure what that is. But I'm sure one of you guys will know. Who's the guy? Sid from the Rob Zombie movies. When I had my head shaved, somebody in the comments said that I look like him. And then somebody the other day said I look like a wrestler. I can't remember. But yeah, for some reason, I've always gotten that. Nobody's ever said, hey man, you're a good looking guy. No, nobody's ever said that. They always say, hey, you look like this other guy. Okay. I don't know if that's good or not, but thank you. Very excited for the podcast. Me too. Won't watch it. Exactly. Melvor would go on a rant if you mentioned Solo. I bet. The Guns. I'm excited for the podcast. Can't wait for it also. Well, The Guns, I'm hard boiled. That's what I was thinking of. Thank you, Magnus. Yeah. The Killer is John Woo's best movie. Yep. The Killer's good. Better Tomorrow. They're all good. And I love Pepsi. I don't care what anybody says. I hope Billy lets me mod the podcast. Well, I don't think it's going to be live. That's the thing. Of course, I don't know. I don't know what they have planned. I know that it's going to be in the same place where we filmed the Blockbuster video. That's the only time I've ever been over there to that location. And I think that's where we're going to shoot this thing. So yeah, it'll be interesting. Only seeing Face Off and Mission Impossible 2 from John Woo and didn't like Mission Impossible 2. Mission Impossible 2 is bad. Bad. Really bad. So, yeah. Don't judge John Woo from Mission Impossible 2. I'm glad you've recovered well, Rob. Well, I'll tell you this. There was the Captain Spaulding guy. Yes. Yes, Leon. That's exactly who they said. Yeah, there was a point where, I mean, they told me in 2014 after I had 3 surgeries, was in the hospital for 3 weeks. Real short story, okay? When I went in, Sid Haig, thank you. Yes. When I went in, I weighed 185 pounds. That was the end of March 2014. When I got home at the end of April, I was in the hospital for 3 weeks. So I think it was like the 3rd week of April. I weighed 135 pounds. So from 185 to 135 in 3 weeks. 3 different surgeries. And the last one, they were like, we don't know if he's going to make it. Like an 8-hour surgery. Basically reconstructing my intestines. And then I had the colostomy bag, the whole deal. They had to take out all of my large intestine. So, yeah, a lot of pain, a lot of rehab. I had to learn to walk again. They were telling me you probably won't ever go to work again. And I'm like, nah, I'm walking again. I'm going back to work. Yeah, no, I'm not taking no for an answer. So it took me a long time to recover. But yeah, I mean, most people, when they look at me, they can't tell. They just think, they just think, oh, I guess you had acne when you were younger. I didn't really. I mean, I did, but not this bad. I had the acne came from Crohn's because my immune system went nuts because I had a ruptured intestine. And so my body was fighting off infection. And when everything was basically back to normal, the Crohn's kept going and it made me break out. It was a rough time. But yeah, I made it out. And I'm at the point now where it's like, I know that if it was, I said it was going to be a short story, right? Anyway, I know that if it was like the 1970s, I would have died in 2014. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have made it out of the hospital. There's no way. The 70s or 80s, I know I wouldn't have made it out of there. So I'm lucky to even be here. But now I'm still able to do what I'm able to do, and most people can't tell. And that's amazing, and that's really, really awesome. And I worked hard on getting better. And so yeah, you want to know why I guess the theme of the stream is do the thing? That's why. It's because yeah, a lot of we I feel like a motivational speaker right now. But a lot of times we build up these walls, right? We keep telling ourselves we can't do this, we can't do that. Oh, there's no way that I could possibly, there's no way that I could do this, right? There's no way that I can make this change my life or whatever. The fact is you can. There's a lot of people that have, and I watched them, I saw them, I met with some of them. There are people that have gone through amazing things, insane things that no one wants to go through, right? And they turn around and they do amazing things. So at that point, I was like, well, I don't have any excuse. What the hell's my excuse? Yeah, I can get up and walk. Are you kidding me? Let's go. Let's do it. So there were people in the hospital that were kind of like, we're really surprised that he's up and walking. We're really surprised that he's up and walking this fast. Look at him go. He just did a whole route. Yeah, I was like, no, my goal is to get better. There is no other choice. So anyway, do the thing, man. Just do the thing. Quit building those walls. You want to do something? You want to chase after a dream? Do it. There's going to be times when there are going to be people who say you can't do that or you shouldn't do that or whatever. I'm not telling you to go into crazy amounts of debt or whatever. What I'm saying is try to do the thing, you know? Trying and then failing is better than not doing anything. Right? So do it. Okay, I'm done. That's enough. That's enough motivational speaking. And we're almost 2 hours in and I haven't even started the news. Documentary called Lion in the House That Convinced Me Never to Have Children. Okay. Closet reveal show. Oh, it's a nightmare. A charity stream for American Heart Association. That's one of your ultimate goals to do. See, that'd be great. I think that's awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. I got my first handsome comment ever this week. Hopefully I get another one in the next 24 years. Okay, wait a minute. Anyone who owns a sausage dog is a handsome bugger. Oh, Leon. Yep. The nicest thing I was ever told is that I wasn't that hideous looking. Wow. Can you still use a colostomy bag? No. They over the year, because what they're basically you're basically the ends of your intestine are basically poking on the outside and it goes in the bag. So you're actually going to you're not sitting down and going to the bathroom. It's filling in a bag. And then you empty the bag. And every 4 or 5 days you have to change the bag because then it gets all gross and it can weep and all that kind of stuff. If you do it right, it's perfect. It's 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 it. I'm not going to say it's awesome because it's not awesome, but if you get good at putting, doing the work, it can be very unobtrusive, if that makes sense. But over time, they said, we can hook you back up, man. You've gotten better to the point we can hook you back up. So one of the surgeries, they hooked me back up. The problem is there was another rupture. So yeah, that's why it took me 3 years to do recovery, because I had 7 total surgeries, and I'm actually completely healed. I had leaks out the front of my, I know this is gross, but I had leaks out the front of my stomach. And I know this is going to sound stupid and it's going to sound made up, but after working on the movie and working on this show and doing all of this, it's healed me. Because I don't have the stress that I had when I was working for that fruit company. When I was working for them, the stress was unbelievable. So it's weird. Working with the Game Chasers on their movie and then working on Order 42 healed all the bad things that were going on. Well, that and, probably positive thinking and all that kind of stuff too, but it's very cool. So when I say that I owe Billy and Jay a lot, it's not just this, which has gone up to 1,007. And it's not just this thing, working on this. It's a lot. Nobody really understands that, but anyway. Before surgery, a nurse gave you a very bizarre compliment when she looked at my arm. You have such beautiful veins. Yeah, it's weird. You should have seen. I have pictures. I don't want to subject anybody to these pictures, but you should have seen me. It looked like something out of a horror movie. Just I had all kinds of stuff. I had an IV up here into my neck. I had one, the one that I had the longest. You can still see see that? That's all that's left. But that was the IV that I had went directly. They had to, with a computer, go into my heart, and it was the PICC line. Which the PICC line was. They said the PICC line is kind of like the Ferrari of IVs, because it's as permanent as you can have. And it's very expensive, and we took a lot of care of it. And we had a home health nurse that would come out, and he would change that dressing once a week. And he said, I've never had anybody had their PICC line last as long as you have, because we kept everything clean. We were super, it was crazy. But yeah. You should have seen me though. I looked like I was a mess, dude. I was a mess. So anyway, weird doctor story. I once had to get a physical in the dark before the power went out. After the power went out, I was kind of insulted when the doctor brought out a small lamp to see my, I'll tell you this. I've had it all. I'll tell you the worst. Okay, wait a minute. Oh my God, I'm so behind. Weird doctor story. Oh yeah. The worst thing ever, I think, is the enema test. It's exactly what you think, and it's terrible. Terrible. I'll just leave it at that. Better to shoot for the moon and fail than to shoot at the ground and succeed. Yeah. Broken ankle. Look at that. Chads have weenie dogs. There we go. See? Look, you guys had more in common than you realized. See? It's awesome. Should you work for Billy and Jay then? See, that's the thing. I completely understand that not only am I lucky in so many other ways, I'm lucky to even be here, but I'm lucky that, I knew Billy and Jay. I didn't have to work for a thing. It's because we were friends. We were already friends. I understand that all of this stuff, it's I know I'm lucky. I'm a lucky guy. So yeah, it's crazy. It's still nuts. A fruit a day keeps the doctor away. Glad you're getting exactly. Glad you're getting better now. That's the power of our mind, and that's how the force works. Interesting, right? I'll tell you this. And I'm almost caught up now, which is good. I'll tell you this. The physical stuff was tough, for sure. But the mental screws with you because you keep going, why me? What if I'd done this? What if I'd done that? It's the mental is the worst. The physical stuff is one thing. The mental is another. And everybody kept telling me that they were so impressed with how I was dealing with things, and I would just kind of like, oh yeah, you're probably not going to walk again. Okay. Sure. And then start walking. You know what I mean? And then, oh, you're probably not going to be able to go to work again. Okay. And then I go to work. They kept saying, like, your attitude is so crazy. Like, it's really, it's kind of inspiring. I said, I read Bruce Lee, man. You know, I'm trying to be like water, you know, what can I do? I can't go backwards. I can't fix what went wrong. All I can do is move forward. And that's what I'm going to do. Because I know, like, my a lot of people that came to visit me and stuff like that, they would talk about, you know, oh, well, man, we're going to sue, we're going to do this. And I kept saying, guys, look, you guys can talk about this as much as you want. Don't do it in here. What I need in here, in my recovery, in my hospital room, what I need in here is positivity. I need absolute positivity. I don't need negativity, and I don't want to think about what went wrong and who did what. I don't care. It doesn't matter. I'm here now. How am I going to get better? How am I going to get out of here? So, anyway. What was so hard about the fruit company? They are like any other big company. They are sometimes they want things that they don't understand what it takes to do those things. So yeah, it's Apple. Anyway, so yeah, they want the world. And sometimes they would want things that you're like, I don't have the ability to do that. And they go, well, we want it though. And so you would bust your ass all weekend to try to give them this thing. And then you finally give it to them. And then they don't get back to you in 2 days. And you're like, how much time have I wasted? And they would continually do that. And then what would happen is we would give, it's kind of hard to describe, but we would give people deadlines. And sometimes the deadlines that people would wait, they would wait till the last minute to do everything. And then what that meant is it put more pressure on me. And because I was the only one doing what I was doing, it meant it was all up to me. And that's what happened one night one day, it was like 2:00 in the afternoon. And I realized that what this person had just done is made sure that I would probably be working until midnight that night to try to get this done because it was due the next morning. That's when I closed my laptop, unplugged all my stuff, put my laptop in my bag, and I said, I can't believe I'm still working at this fucking place. And I yelled it. And I'm very, like, I'm not that guy. It takes a lot to get me mad. Okay? But when I left, it was like 2 days later is when Billy called me. Now I'm not big on fate. I don't believe in fate. I don't believe in karma. I don't believe in a lot of those things. But it's kind of hard to deny sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell? I was ready to quit my job. And then Billy calls me out of nowhere and says, hey, you want to work on a movie? It's weird, man. It's weird. Anyway. Where is Bucho? I know it. It's crazy. Okay. Bucho's now a breeding stud for Amazon tribe in New Zealand. Bucho hates hating. I know it. OCD and depression bothers you more than your heart problem itself. And that's the thing. If you can work, and I guess that's what it comes down to, is we all have a voice and we all have a unique way to do it. I guess the difference is, can you, yep, you can't do this anymore. Me, watch me. Yeah. You just have to kind of be, don't need negativity. Absolutely stay off Twitter for sure. But yeah, man, it's just, if you can work on that part of yourself and especially working on like, look, dude, back in the old switched on days, I started off really rusty, or not rusty. I was really kind of scared to talk in front of the microphone and was like very hesitant and all that stuff. And over the years, I got better and I got better at it. And then when I started doing this again, I'm like, man, I'm rusty. I used to be really good at this. I'm not good at it anymore. It took me a while to get back up to it, but man, if you can work at it, tell stories and all that kind of, man, I'm telling you, it'll help. It'll help with your, with definitely your, I guess, your confidence. Love water, drink like a gallon a day. Were you a software engineer at Apple? No, I didn't actually work for Apple itself. I was contracted I worked for a different company, but I basically, it's very close. I mean, visited the Apple campus many times. In fact, the global iTunes guy loved me, thought I was awesome. And there's a part of me that still thinks, maybe I could probably go back. I could probably go back right now and get my job back. Same salary and all that. Probably could do it. But I don't want to. But yeah, it wasn't actually like a software engineer. What it was we were contracted to do field marketing at Apple. And God got your back, brother, asked Patricia. I mean, maybe. It's possible. But yeah, we were contracted to do field marketing. And I was actually working for this company when all this stuff went down. All this stuff. I was 250 pounds, got into MMA, and in 5 months, I lost 65 pounds, which is way too much. I lost way too much weight, way too fast. So all of that compounded with my Crohn's, which I didn't know I had. And I mean, I should have died. I should have died. So, yeah. I don't remember what I was saying. I was saying like two different things, I think. Anyway, Bucho loves kiwi. Tony Hawk and Yakuza Like a Dragon are totes worth it. I only have the regular plus, the extra, whichever the bottom tier is. I have that. There you go. We were destined to get thrown out of this dump and go into business for ourselves. Bucho loves Lizzie Lohan, and so do I. It's actually Lohan, isn't it? Right? Isn't that what I found? Is Lohan? Yeah. I'm rooting for Lindsay Lohan to come back and be awesome again. You lost 70 pounds in 1 year by only eating meat, fruit, and rice. I was in super calorie deficit. And I was also doing MMA. So I was, wow. Mean Girls rules. It does. Lindsay Lohan is amazing. She's amazing in that. And her, especially like on Saturday Night Live, she was great. Her comedic timing is it's great. It's great stuff. But anyway, but now we are caught up. Let's get to some of the news. Actually, before we do that, you know what time it is? Do we know what time it is? Hey, man. Hey. We're just sitting here doing the thing. So, hey, man. Have you seen this? That's right. It's time for Have You Seen This? It's time for Have You Seen This? And if you don't know what Have You Seen This is, Have You Seen This is just where we find some cool things on the internet, whether they're funny or cute or just cool. Yeah, let's see some stuff. Miller time. Well, Wraith, you go right ahead. If you do that, you go right ahead. But yeah, let's watch this first one. This mesmerizing alien shows up and fucks with my comfortable universe. WTF. What? What is that? Like, what is that? Somebody down here, a leaf hopper or nymph. Looks like a walking flame. It's awesome, right? I've never seen anything like that in my life. And I just thought it was cool looking. Especially like, I mean, it walks like an insect, but then it does. What is that? It's just awesome. Ana de Armas. She is breathtaking. She really is. We're going to talk about a little bit Ana de Armas here in a minute. But next up, now you guys have seen the new game on PS5, and maybe I think it's only on PS5. It's the Stray game, the cat game. This guy was playing Stray, and the dog is only brave when the cat's not looking at her. Yeah, this is good. Dude, I love that. It's like, this is one of those situations where I think it's got to be the refresh rate, right? Because dogs didn't used to watch TV. Or at least not that I know of. And now it's got to be the refresh rate that allows them to be able to actually see what's going on. I just think it's so freaking funny. I just thought that was so good. You know what's scary? The organisms that live in the deep ocean, they are both fascinating and horrifying. And think the ocean is more interesting than outer space. We don't even know half of what's down there. Absolutely. I love that stuff. Yeah, isn't that great, Leon? I thought it was fun. I thought it was a fun one. Now this one, I just thought it was cool. No sound. That's freaking cool. Oh, it's just started over. Okay, I was like, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, that was really cool. I thought that was really cool. And Michelangelo, right? Your dogs watch TV. I leave SpongeBob on for them when you go out. Great stuff. Now, this is just artwork. And I just saw this artwork and I was thinking, this is the kind of movie we need. Or a show. This is what I want to see. I want to see what it's like as a stormtrooper in the Empire. This would be cool. So I just think this artwork is great. And again, Edward Grolt. But look, that's Bacta. I just think that's freaking cool looking. I don't know, man. I saw these and was like, I gotta show these off. This guy is congrats on 1K. Thank you, Mr. Grindhead Jim. And it was partially Jim that got me over doing these streams over on YouTube, which I think has definitely helped. But I think this artwork is cool, and I want a show like this. I think it would be really, really cool. They're just cool looking. It's cool looking artwork. Really, really well done. So, yeah. So that was, have you seen this? Hey, man. I hope you like that stuff. I'm gonna go over here and sit down because I think I need to sit down, but hey, man. Bye. I don't know why I have to do the outro, but I do the outro too. Yeah, a war movie in Star Wars Solo gave us a small snippet of that. I know. It was very cool. It was very, very cool. And definitely talented, that artist. Again, the name is Edward Grolt. Very, very cool. And man, the 1313 game, for sure. Sith Troopers, the most useless and nonsensical troopers I've seen. True. But yeah, it would have been awesome. It would have been awesome. Where are we at now? Jim, I hadn't heard from you since, of course, now we're an official selection. Okay. There you go. And 1,007. We hit 1K. This week is just, like I said, it's just been insane. But I am almost out of water, actually. Rob Zombie got Dragula from the Munsters. Oh, you were out for dinner when the news hit on both counts. 1,000 subscriber cake. Yeah, I don't think they give anything for 1,000 subscribers except, hey, we might let you be monetized now. I think that's all. That's it. Which basically means that, if you guys watch my videos and you have to watch ads, at least now I might actually get a little bit of that, I guess. I don't know. I don't even know how it works. I didn't look into it. I thought I had months to go. Again, June 30th, I was at 312 subscribers. Now I'm at 1,007 because of RRR and these guys. So anyway. Oh yeah, that's the last hurdle for you with your watch hours. Well, guess what? RRR, I think I had 1,500 watch hours in that one video. So I don't know exactly where we are, but we're getting close. We're definitely getting close. So, but again, I'm just happy. I'm happy you guys are here. I'm happy you guys are enjoying what we're doing. So, if you guys will give me just a moment, I'm going to go get me some more water. And, cause I don't have to pee. I've been drinking as much. I need to go, get me some water and, we'll get into the news. Okay. So be right back. Okay. Be right back. No, no, no. No fat breaks. No. Should I just go buy my own cake? Is that what you're saying? All right. I have a Yeti too. Keeps those drinks cool for hours. Worth the money. Yeah, this one I actually got on sale, and I love it. I use it for all my water. Like all I drink out of it is water, and it's awesome. And it's big. Nice. Try to drink 4 of these a day. That's another problem with, you know, with all this. I lose water. See, your intestines, they pull water out of the food. I don't have much. So I have to drink a lot of water instead of getting water from my food. So yeah, I have to drink about 130 ounces a day. Anyway, watch out. Yeah, watch out. Oh yeah. I'll watch it. Yeah, and I don't fap during stream. That would be really weird. Whew, come back. I'm all flushed. I'm like, whew, a little sweaty. I'm like, hey, how you guys doing? No, I'm feeling good now. That'd be weird. You posted an amusing story on Rob's Discord. Uh-oh. You have a knockoff one? I love the dang thing. Hey, like I said, I wasn't gonna get one. I was getting one to replace, because I used to use I use them when I go out. The one with the thing on top, that opens. Yeah, I had that, and then I gave you the one you gave me back, right? If not, I've lost it. I don't know. I think you gave it back to me. But yeah, that thing is what I used to use all the time. But then I was like, I don't need one. I'm not going to leave the house with this. So I got it on sale and it's awesome. 180 ounces a day? Wow, that crazy Greek. That's wow. GG, what's up? How's it going? Sometimes you don't have time and it's before work. You just got to do what you got to do. I mean, I get it, but all right, let's turn this back off. That's distracting. I mean, this is wonderful. So exciting. Now we got to bring it down for just a minute. Okay? Because I did want to, as far as the news prefers to do it midstream, that would be really strange. Rob, you were born near Boston. Well, they've got good taste, is all I'm saying. So, celebratory fap. I can't do that. I couldn't do that during the stream. I'd just be constantly wondering, I wonder what Caleb's doing in there. Oh, no. Just, no. Stop, no. But let's bring it, like I said, let's just bring it down just a little bit. We have to give tribute to Nichelle Nichols. And look, everybody says, yeah, I mean, of course, this is a sad day, or it was a sad day losing Nichelle Nichols, but look at what she's done. Adam Bolin just subscribed. Thank you, Adam. Appreciate that. Hello there. But think about what she did. She tore down barriers, man. And it's funny. Someone was saying something about why isn't it that female heroes and stuff like that, you know what I mean? And I'm thinking, but think about how I grew up. Think about the time that I grew up. I had Nichelle Nichols. I had Ripley. I had Princess Leia. Uhura, Princess Leia, Ripley, and Sarah Connor. I've always had female heroes in my life. So the idea that they, like Marvel was like, well, we don't think a female hero. Come on, dude. In the 60s, 70s, and 80s, we had Uhura. I mean, those are some of my, look, you want to talk about some of my favorite movies? Empire Strikes Back, The Terminator, Alien, and Aliens, And Star Trek 2, baby. Uhura was awesome. And I never met her, but I was in the same room with her. Like I saw her. She was at one of these conventions in Dallas a while back, actually. But I mean, look, she had a great run and she inspired millions of people. I mean, it's I don't think you can say more than that. I think she's, and all of these people, you know, if you can go read them, they're great things that these people are saying, but man, she opened doors for just millions of, I mean, not just women, black women. That's awesome. Think about that. Think about when Star Trek came out. It really is amazing when you think about it. So, yeah. Rest in peace, Nichelle Nichols. You were awesome. Awesome stuff. Now this thing here, look, I'll be honest with you. This is not for me. I've seen the original movie. And it has its fans for sure. But they're making a new Roadhouse with Jake Gyllenhaal. So this is for Prime Video. Yeah, Star Trek had the first interracial kiss. Awesome stuff. But yeah, we've had amazing female actors doing great things. Nichelle Nichols was definitely the best. But yeah, well, Jake is the lead, of course. But yeah, I'm interested in it because I like Jake Gyllenhaal, but I don't honestly care that much. Dope, we hit 1K. RPGs with Rufus, we hit 1K. In fact, let's see what it's at now. I think it's 1008. No, sir, I don't like it. Well, you know, it's one of those things. Yeah, it's rad, Rufus. Thank you. And again, just tons and tons and tons of people. It's not really tons because ton is 2,000. But a lot of people have rallied around this channel, and I can't thank you enough. It's amazing. It's amazing. And then, of course, to me, this is just as exciting, if not more so. Because this is, man, it's one thing to get, you know, feedback from the fans of the Game Chasers and say, yes, it's great. But to get something like this, to get outside people looking at it and going, yeah, this is exciting. It's very exciting. And see, I still haven't seen Ambulance. Well, and is this a movie or is it a, oh no. Oh no, it is a new movie. Okay. And Joel Silver, the producer of the original producer of Roadhouse and the Matrix movies, will be back. And Ambulance, I need to see. I need to see that one. Now this one, man, this news broke earlier today and it kind of just blew my mind a bit. Like, holy crap, we're in for some change over at Warner Brothers / DC. Did you see that the Batgirl film was axed? Won't be released on any platform. It is completely a done deal. Now here's some of the info, okay? The production starring Leslie Grace, pictured, as Barbara Gordon, and directed by Bad Boys for Life and Ms. Marvel filmmakers Adil El Arbi and Bilal Fallah? I'm sorry. Was greenlit in 2021 as part of a company-wide effort at Warner Brothers to create feature films specifically for HBO Max. So this was going to premiere on HBO Max. The new corporate regime at Warner Brothers Discovery has pivoted the company's priorities back to theatrical features, leaving Batgirl without a proper home. Also on the chopping block, the sequel to Scoob, called Holiday Haunt, And let's see. Sources indicate that production had cost Warner Brothers $40 million. So Scoob cost them $40 million. With this, the initial $75 million production budget for the project, which finished principal photography earlier this year and was in post-production, reached $90 million, due in part to COVID-related delays and protocols. So they spent $40 million on Scoob, the sequel to Scoob, and $90 million on Batgirl. And both of them are done. Completely done. And it says studio insiders insist the decision to axe Batgirl was not driven by the quality of the film or the commitment of the filmmakers, but by the desire for the studio's slate of DC features to be at a blockbuster scale. This is crazy. I've never seen this. And it says the decision still comes as a shock, as studios almost never shelve productions outright, preferring to get at least something, some sort of return for their investment. It also comes as Warner Brothers is still contending with what to do about The Flash, a DC adaptation created and budgeted specifically for theatrical release in 2023. The film has been utterly hamstrung by repeated allegations of abuse and misconduct by its star, Ezra Miller. So, holy crap, Bucho is here. Oh my God, Bucho. Welcome. Welcome. So, yeah, it's a shame. It's sad. It's a sad day for anyone who worked on this movie, anyone who worked on Scoob. It's like, that's what it is. It has nothing to do. There you go. It has nothing to do with what was going on, other than they didn't want to put any more money into it, and it just didn't make sense for them to release. That is insane. But Bucho. An official selection at the Boston Independent Film Awards. All right, here we go. Here we go. Jeez, man. Okay, now I've missed all the stuff. But yes, Bucho, and also because of these guys, 1,008 subscribers. Crazy stuff, man. Yeah, so they finished principal photography and still killed Batgirl. It's crazy that they would have done that. Now, again, maybe it's just because they said, well, we're not putting that on HBO Max, and it's not at the level of quality that we want for a theatrical release. So it's crazy, man. It's crazy that they would have done this. I can't believe it. I still can't believe it. And it's a shame, because I was actually looking forward to it, especially hearing everything that I'd heard about how good the movie was. So, or how much fun people were having on it and all that kind of stuff. I mean, again, I feel for the actor, what was her name? What was her name? Oh God. Oh God. Leslie Grace. She seemed so excited. She gave an interview. This is before. She said there's crazy stunts, crazy drops. She's a biker chick, so you're going to see her do a bunch of badassery. There were a lot of long days, but it was so worth it. Man. Yeah. It was connected to the Flash movie. It was erasing what was established with the Snyderverse. Now they want that back. You think so? I don't think so. I think Flashpoint's gonna come out at some point. But it also supposedly had Michael Keaton in it, and Michael Keaton's supposed to be in Flashpoint. So maybe that's, I don't know. I don't know what they do with it. But it's nuts. At work, so I won't be chatting up a storm, but I'll be listening with me ear holes. Well, Bucho, how you doing, boy? How you doing there? Sorry. Patricia is here. This is the last time I will ask. Patricia, I am not on your Facebook. It's not my fault. I'm saving up for a rubber woman to put my Google Assistant in. I feel you. That sounds dangerous. But Pucho loves ears of corn. Patricia, I just want to share with you it's partially thanks to you that you subscribed. So you helped us get here, Patricia. Thank you so much. And I mean, this had nothing to do with you, unless you didn't find the Adventures in Game Chasing movie on Facebook, did you? Because if you did, be curious how. But thank you for your support. They asked Ben to be Batman again in Aquaman 2 in place of Keaton's role, which was connected to what happened in Batgirl. That's where things get really interesting, right? Now, that's the thing. All of that came from Jason Momoa's Instagram. But it doesn't necessarily... I mean, those could have been older pictures, right? It doesn't necessarily mean that was for that. But you might be onto something. And I think I was going to talk about that, and then I said, no, I'm not going to talk about it. But then this Batgirl stuff dropped, and now I'm kind of like, okay. They were brand new? Well, then maybe. And see, that's the thing too. And this is what really kind of sucks. Probably especially for like the people that worked on that movie, on Batgirl. They probably said, man, they probably knew about this weeks ago and they couldn't say anything. And people asking about it. I mean, Chet, I was thinking that that DC was going to drop some Batgirl info at Comic-Con. Now we know why they didn't. It's just, yeah, I don't know. What did you do with the Game Chasers flick? I've watched it once, backed, and have it on Vimeo. What did I do with it? Okay, so I'm the guy that says, oh, the old game store and stuff. Next to Billy in that one shot. And I'm also, at the very end, there's the scene. No spoilers here, but there's the scene in the roller rink. I'm standing next to Dave with my shaved head. I'm also the voice of a character with a weird voice in the middle of the movie. Where else am I? Oh, you see that? You remember the dice throwing? I threw the dice. I was there that day. I helped shoot that. Oh, I'm also that. But I also did, let's see, I did location scouting. I did script supervising. I did sound editing. I did, I basically helped with sound mixing, I guess. What did he say? Second, I don't know. Sound mixing. I was there the day that they shot the stuff in the basement. I was there. I was there basically for all of the extra shoots after post-production. So yeah, I was also a lot of things. I did a lot. I wore many hats. Not literally, but yeah. But I did a lot. And I also threw in some lines. Some of the lines are mine. I wouldn't call that a co-writer or anything like that, but on the day when they're like, well, let's work on this, let's work on that, some of my lines are in there. There's a moment that I'm very proud of that gets quite a few laughs. The blocking of that scene was my idea. So anyway, I did a lot in the movie. But I'm so happy. Whenever anybody says that they love the movie, I'm look, it went down to 1,006. Hey, like I said, I know that's going to fluctuate, and I'm completely okay with it. And there's going to be people that watch me and they go, this isn't for me. And you know what? That's fine too. That's fine too. So don't feel pressured. If you want to be here and you want to watch the stuff, welcome. but no hard feelings if you're like, you're kind of a dork and a little too much for me. I get it. But you can't wait for the Blu-ray. Were you involved in the commentaries? Yes. 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 I'm also in a lot of the, well, I'll just tell you this. The other day, Billy and Jay and I watched all of this behind the scenes special features. And I'm in it a lot. So I hope I'm not annoying because I'm all over it. Is a lot of, it's really good, man. It's really good. I'm so excited for you guys to see it. It's really, really good. So, again, man, look, I've known Billy since 1994, Jay since 97. I've known him a long, long time, but I'm a fan too. I mean, these guys, they're great. They're really, really great. And Billy has done an absolutely fantastic job on those special features. Like, seriously, almost moving me. I shouldn't look. I cry easy, but man, I'm telling you, at the end, I got some tears, man. I almost had some tears going. So it's good stuff. It's definitely good stuff. The new leaders of Warner Brothers Discovery like Zach and his take on the DC movies, and I don't doubt that, but man, I thought they were done with him. You know, so I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do now. It brings all of it into question. You know what I'm saying? It just, DC is just, who knows what they're gonna do now. And no, I'm pretty sure Patricia would not approve. Now I need to watch again and look for you. Yeah, I'm in it a few times, but again, I have that one little speaking role that, by the way, was not planned at all. I actually have footage. Hold on a second. Just give me a second. Just give me just a second. This is the kind of stuff that I'm happy to show. If I can find it. Oh my God. I've got a lot of crap in here. Okay, that's Retropalooza. Just hold on a second now. There we go. So Wood doesn't actually get credit for doing some of the filming in the movie, but that is the scene that we're talking about. Man, that actually looks really good on the camera. Or, that was the scene originally. But then they were like, it needs something. So they had me do it. It made no sense to have, is it Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman and Jason as Aquaman, but had Keaton there to replace Ben. They were convoluting a timeline when there was no need to. That's the meat I was looking for. You worked on it. Thank you so much. Rufus, I'll tell you this. It is my pleasure. In fact, look, I'm not trying to push you onto the other stuff on the channel, but I've got interviews with these guys and we talk about a lot of that stuff, a lot of stories, a lot of great stuff, and none of it really is duplicated. Like there's people that worked on the movie. Of course, Leon is here. Leon worked on the movie. Yeah, Leon's in it for just like a split second. You can barely see him. But yeah, it's awesome. It was my pleasure to work on that movie. Best line in the movie? I don't know about that, but it's pretty funny. Sorry, I had to season my flour for my fried chicken. Is that a euphemism for something? My God, I'm so how do I get so behind? It's because I keep talking. I'm also this guy that did a review on it, half drunk and way too excited. Oh, Rufus the Retro, yes. Okay, wait, RPGs with Rufus and Rufus the Retro. Okay, well, Rufus the Retro, I did see that, and I think I tweeted it. I really like that. It was real. I like that. We're gonna go to Free Play Arlington again. I'm not sure. I mean, who knows? You know, that's not my thing. That's all Jay and his thing. You don't have to watch. Just say subscribe. I'd rather it be the other way around, to be perfectly honest with you. Okay, if you want to watch but you don't want to be subscribed, fine. I just like that you're here. The subs never. That's why I don't say them in the video. And Billy kept getting on to me. He was like, dude, you need to have something that says like, comment, subscribe, or whatever. And so I did something for the latest videos. But I'm like, I'm just glad you're here. That's all I care about. I like having fun talking with you guys. So, not annoying. You add an extra ingredient to the stew. I mean, I would say so. Let's see. Wait a minute. Binge watched The Boys when I was feeling like trash and wanted to check out. Binge watching what I missed of the Game Chasers made me feel normal and honestly saved my life. See, that's beautiful, man. And I'm not saying that in a clerksy, that's beautiful, man. Seriously, that was one of the things when I was doing my podcast back in 05 to 07, back in those days. We heard that from people, and it was like, we're just telling dick and fart jokes. What's the big deal? But these people, we became part of their routine, part of their life, in a way that I never understood until now. I understand it now. I get it now, because when I was going through all of my stuff, I was watching Jacksepticeye and Halifax and these people online. There are people that I support because they were part of my recovery. And I just hope that I can have that again. Because, dude, we Switched On was a big deal back then. We were one of the big podcasts before there were podcasts. Before there was a lot of podcasting. So it was really, really cool to hear that, and that it touched so many people's lives, But yeah, I'm excited to be part of this, but to be Order 42 it's a thing now, and it seems to be working, and I'm just glad you're here. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm glad you're here. I loved his take on it. Then again, anything was better than that awful Justice League movie we got back in 2017. And Zack Snyder's DC it's weird. There are moments of brilliance, but I think there's definitely issues. And I can see why people love it, and I can see why people don't like it. You know what I mean? So I don't know what they're going to do. It's going to be interesting, though, to see what Warner Brothers Discovery does now. Yeah, because Leon here worked on the original Justice League. Yeah, he did. He did special effects for this and Justice League and Captain America and Fast and Furious and a whole bunch of other things. Game of Thrones. I'm here, bro. You aren't pushing me. I support what you do and love how candid and willing to interact you are. Oh, well, thanks, Rufus. I mean, it's what I love doing. I love doing this stuff. It's so much fun. And it's the problem why I had to go to one sub or one stream a week, is because all I was doing was working on the stream. But I'm also working on a script. But yeah, I'm working on a script, and it's hard to do that when I'm only working on this, if that makes sense. So I had to pull it back a little bit. So I figured move over to YouTube, go down to one a week, and let's just see what happens. And it seems to be doing well. So thank you. Just thank you for being here, man. I appreciate it. You want a copy of the movie? Oh, those copies are coming, man. Those copies are coming. Check out the video with Grindhead Jim. I mean, Jims are great. There's videos with Jay, there's one with Jay, Leon, and Yoshi. Yoshi did the visual effects at the beginning of the movie. Yoshi and David Espinoza, which David has never been on my channel, but I would love for him to be on my channel at some point. And then we've got, let's see who is on the channel. Of course, Eric, Chief. But look, there's a lot of them. If you go into interviews, there's a lot of cool interviews, period. But some with a lot of people that worked on the movie. So, yeah, really fun stuff. Really fun stuff. It's the writing that sucks, not the production. Oh, well, and that's kind of how I feel about Star Wars too. You know, it'd be a great movie for you guys to make? A Police Academy type movie. Imagine you guys getting into all sorts of shenanigans while trying to... Okay. That's an interesting idea. Where's my... That's not... That could be real... Dude. I loved the Police Academy movies when I was a kid. Where is the freaking... Okay, I have ideas for movies here. Dude, seriously? Okay. And I'm putting your name on it, Wraith. I mean, look, it could be one of those things where being with those guys, it's like you know those the ping pong balls and mouse traps. You know, you've seen that where the ping pong ball goes and then it mousetrap and then it just right. That's really what happens. One idea sparks another idea, and then two more ideas, and then it just grows and grows. So you never know, man. That could be a thing. And I've got you down. You are the originator of that one. That's a great one. Got a flour mat chicken too. All right, then. And Falcro is here. Welcome, Falcro. I'm sorry I'm so behind in the chat, but I mean, everybody's just talking. I love it. I love it. It's so much fun. You floured my chicken 3 times today. I'm exhausted. Hey, drink some Gatorade. That's all I got to say. You got to replenish those fluids. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to be careful. You got to be careful with that. I got to be really careful. I got to, hydrate myself. That's the thing, man. If more people realize that that problems with movies usually comes from the writers and not from anyone else. So that's what I'm saying. Like The Last Jedi. Arguably the best looking Star Wars movie maybe ever. So Rian Johnson directed it, but he also wrote it. So it's like some of my favorite moments are because he did this, but then some of my least favorite moments are because he did this. You know what I'm saying? So it's a weird thing, but you've got to look at the writing first. And Chris Terrio for Rise of Skywalker, I kind of want to smack him a little bit. I mean, not maim him, but just kind of go, dude, come on. On the special features for Rise of Skywalker, you see all these people on the production, and they're working so hard and they think they're making something great. And I know what that feels like. I was there with the Game Chasers. It feels like you're making something. You're having a good time doing it, and you're putting your heart into it and all that. And you see all these people working really, really hard. And it's let down by this absolutely just surface level crap writing. What's with the Goonies moment, man? You're telling me that this dagger that's supposed to be ancient has the exact layout of the Death Star that crashed 30 years before? Anyway, I don't want to go into that. That's why you can't watch Marvel movies. Yeah. I like Marvel movies for the most part. It's because dick and fart jokes and video game shit makes you feel like a weirdo. I mean, a little bit, but you know. You honestly hate all the Avengers movies. The first one is the only one I think is decent. Wow. See, I like them. I like there's not many Marvel movies I dislike. I think probably one of my least favorite ones is Black Widow. Man, that one just didn't work right. Oh, again, can we see, this is why I need to keep up in the chat. Actually, let's hide user. There we go. Totally found my place. You need to get your Google AdSense going so I can member up. Yeah, I mean that'd be a thing. That'd be cool. I'm excited for the physical version for sure. Dude, it's gonna be awesome. The episode with Leon J and Eric is epic. It is epic. Yeah. That one's a fun one. Even though I think Leon at one point just starts reading his game cases because we're just not talking. It's just Jay and Eric kind of yelling at each other, and I thought it was hilarious, but I don't know. Sweet Chuck and Tackleberry, yep. And Zed for sure. Stupid Ryan Johnson. I was in the supermarket buying a cooked chicken and was wearing my Game of Thrones Season 8 crew jacket. Someone felt the need to hurl abuse at me. Awesome. Okay, that's stupid. That's stupid. Dude, from the behind the scenes vlogs that Eric posted, it definitely shows so much excitement y'all make in the movie. It's, yeah, I hid them, so they shouldn't be back, but who knows? Yeah, you guys, you just don't know, man. Or you will know. You will know a lot of it. It is a beautiful thing. It's one thing to do a video. You work on it for, a day, a couple of days, whatever, however many days. I'm sure Billy probably takes many days to edit. Me, I mean, I gotta be honest, my videos, I feel like I need to be doing more because I don't feel like they're up to the standard, you know what I mean? But I do a script. I work on it. But man, there is nothing like being on set, having the scene that we're going to do today, and everybody's there and we're all kind of going through it. And then somebody comes up with this thing that just like, oh my God, that's genius, And then we do it. And then we all took part in the making of this thing. It is an amazing feeling, and I cannot wait to do it again. I want to do it again so badly. Really behind on MCU movies, except Guardians. Did your mic arm cost more than your mic because it looks like it? No. This is going to be one of those things that you go, why? Okay, so I had some money left over from my allowance. Okay. When I say that, it's because my wife and I, when we got married, we said, okay, there's going to be things that I want to buy you. There's going to be things that you want to buy me. So every month we'll get so much money. And part of that is because I used to smoke. So I had to use my smoking money. Right. So anyway, we each had an allowance. We've kept that up. And over the years, it's kind of, not really, but it's kind of gone up a little bit with the cost of living and all that stuff. But anyway, for a while there, I wasn't going anywhere. So I had money saved up. My money saved up. I bought the mic and this at the same time. I think this was like $150. The microphone is a Shure SM7B. It was $399. But I'll tell you this. Anybody who's looking to start a channel, don't go for the most expensive mic right off the bat. What you want to spend your money on is a USB interface. So yeah, you could get like a Blue Yeti or something like that, and that's all built in and it just plugs in and it works. But what really makes sound good is a good USB interface. I use a Scarlett 2i4, which is an old unit. But that is what makes things sound really good. Now, this also has an amplifier in it, which is what this needs. So it just happened that buying this mic, a really, really nice full, mic, works really, really well with this USB interface, which is why my voice sounds natural. Sounds pretty good, right? I mean, I think it sounds pretty good. But yeah, good USB interface, a Wave XLR. Yeah, there's tons of them out there. I use the Scarlett. It's what I've used. But see, I also use this for when I was doing keyboard stuff too, because there's guitar interface. There's all kinds of things that this thing can do. It was more for music. But if you notice, I don't light like most YouTubers. I light like a movie and less like a YouTuber. My sound is more for music, less for YouTube, if that makes sense. Anyway, that's what you do. You go for because I had a $30 Chinese condenser mic that I was using for a long time, and it sounded great with this USB interface because the USB interface was making it sound crispy, cool, and clean. So that's my sound advice for now. And also, don't worry about getting a 4K camera. Okay? If you're starting out and you want to do a stream, don't worry about doing 4K yet. You're not there yet. And plus, it takes a long time and a lot of hard drive space and all that stuff. Start off slow. Get yourself a nice USB interface. You're probably going to spend $150, $180. Maybe less. I don't know. It's been a while since I've done it. A good USB interface. Read reviews. Then buy yourself a nice condenser mic. A condenser mic, right, helps with vibration, especially the ones that are suspended. That helps with vibration when your table's moving or whatever. Also, I didn't need to buy this, but it was all part of the deal. I was like, screw it, man. I want that one because I love the reason that I like this is because the cable is built into the mic stand. So none of the tangles and stuff like that. Pretty cool. That's all I can say, I think. But yeah, start slow, man. Don't be like me and spend way too much money beforehand. I did. I spent way too much money at the beginning of doing this stream. So, there you go. But I hope that helps. Sorry. Dude, all the Police Academy movies. Well, I haven't seen like 5, 6. I think I stopped watching at 4. I hope to see the film on a popular streaming service one day. That is the goal. I mean, there's a lot of things in the works. So, of course, we have entered some film festivals, which will help our visibility. In September, Billy and Jay are doing something. I'm not sure. It's not part of what I'm involved with, but it is something that they're doing to try to help get the movie sold to a streaming service, a studio, whatever. And at that point, we'll know what's going to happen. But we're really hoping that, of course, this is on Friday. They picked the winners on Friday. This got announced today to us, and the winners are picked on Friday. Cool. We're going to find out real quick if we won or not. The other one is next Friday is when Kevin Smith's Smodcastle Film Festival picks their selections for best feature. So we'll know then if we're selected for that. If we're selected for 2 film festivals, by the time they get to go and try to get this movie sold, let's see what happens. There's a lot of things in the works. So, there you go. It deserves it. Thank you, Epic Retro Time. I appreciate that. The boys are trying to make to look like American Pickers. They already had their format. You just need to find or make yours. Well, I mean, I kind of already have mine. It's just we're movie reviews. I'm a movie guy. I talk movies. Actually, Order 42 is about more than just movies, but it's about all the things that I love. Books and Star Wars and games and Alien and 4K. But the thing is, man, again, I didn't do this to be a huge YouTuber, right? I just wanted to talk about the things that I love to talk about and help promote the movie. Because the movie being made, if you told me, hey, we're going to finance your next movie, but you got to quit YouTube, I said, done. I'm sorry, but that's what I really want to do. And that's what the boys want too. So, I mean, they don't want to quit YouTube, but you know what I'm saying? We want to make more movies. That's the main goal. And I said, okay, when I quit my job, I said, my goal is to help you make this movie and then help you with whatever it takes to get to the next step, whatever step that is. Now we have goals. See what happens. So anyway, congrats on quitting smoking. I have the same mic, but I have a trash arm. I use the Wave. Oh yeah. Yeah, you don't have to go that crazy like I did. Like I think this was $100. You don't, and of course it's mounted to the desk. I don't like having extra arms and things because I had one that was just on a mic stand, and it just was here, but I broke that mic stand and severely damaged the mic. And that's why I went ahead and bought the big boy here. And I love this because I can just, when I'm making my videos or whatever, and I need to make a thumbnail. There you go. And it's nice. And it's nice, man. But you get what works for you. And everybody's space is different. Like my camera is mounted using I can't remember the name of it, the name of the company, but it's a mount that's mounted to my monitor. So it's not on a camera stand. If I moved my monitor over here, the camera would be in the exact same spot. So it's kind of cool. It moves with my monitor, you know what I mean? And I like this, it makes it more interesting when it's not just a flat wall with shelves. I wanted something a little more interesting. But again, it's like I'm lighting for like I'm going to make a short film because I like the look of it better. Anyway, sorry. I'm probably really behind again. Okay. Manoa Ferry for $50 when I started my channel. It's not a bad starter for me, probably finisher. And everybody likes the mic. That's good. And yeah, starting with the phone for sure. I used a bunch of different condenser mics before this. Thought the SM7B was a condenser mic. Honestly, got it on accident. Wanting the Joe Rogan mic. Don't regret it. It's awesome. It really is nice. If you record gameplay and you're just starting out, don't worry about an Elgato either. Use a mirror box. They're about $30 and work very well. I'll tell you what. I use... Oh man, I had the box right here and I threw it in the closet. But it's the new cheaper Avermedia. Avermedia. It's the new cheaper one. It's just like a card and it works fantastic. In fact, it's better than any of the other cards I have. I have an Avermedia. I have two Avermedias and one other one. I can't remember. And then I have a switch box for reasons, for things. Because I was like, oh, I'm going to stream PS5 and Xbox and Switch and whatever. I'm going to just be able to switch between them. I quit streaming games. So there you go. A 1080p Elgato face cam, but I don't know. It's all about, see, I started with that. In fact, I have, the one that I have was Brian from the Switched On show. It's his old one. You got to head off. It's 4 a.m. here. Have a good one. Sorry, I missed you, Leon, but thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all your support as well. And enjoy those all that food. You know what I mean? Sorry. But Falcro, thank you for hitting 1K is, again, man, June 30th, I had 312 subscribers. So because of RRR, the amazing Indian movie on Netflix, if you haven't seen it, please do yourself a favor. It's probably the best movie of the year. And then because of the stupid Game Chasers putting my stupid face at the end and then going, hey, go subscribe to this guy. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I spent too much and only have 240 more subs than you. I called some weirdos out and lost subs, but it's GTA Rockstar stuff. The community is trash. You know, I mean, all I want, I just want to have fun, man. And because of all the crap that, well, I went through some health crap, which I don't know how long, I can't remember how long you've been here today, but I told a little bit of it. Because of that, when you come off at that and you realize that life is too short to be angry all the time and to be like, you know, like I used to be pretty negative and all that. And some might say that I'm not as funny as I was, but because I think I used to be, I mean, pretty funny. I'm a pretty funny guy. Probably funnier then. But the thing is man, life is too short to be negative all the time. That's why when I absolutely hate a movie, I just won't review it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about how, like, there's people that worked hard on that. You know, there's people that actually, they really, really suffered to get this thing made. And I'm going to just shit on it? No, I can't. But if it's a movie that's kind of halfway and I'm like, man, okay, here's the really good stuff and then here's the bad stuff, right? It's a weird thing. I'm more about positivity than anything. I mean, look at me, dude. I almost died. I quit my job working for a big hardware company, Apple, working with them to go work on a movie. Now I have a YouTube channel and now I have 1,000 subs. And now we've been selected for an independent film award. What do I have to complain about? There are people who, you know, they're not eating, they can't eat, they're suffering. There's all kinds of crap in the world to complain about. I have nothing to complain about. So why would I do that? Anyway. There you go. Trying real hard to get your retro and RPG channel going. Rockstar Games is rotten. I said that based on what you said earlier. If you think you have format, then you're a gold. I'm sure having fun. Dude, yeah, and that's what it's really about to me. You, Eric, Billy, and Jay need to do a podcast together. I'd love that too. The problem is Eric is in San Antonio, and we're in DFW. It's hard to do. And no matter what you do, unless you're face to face in the same room, there's a magic that happens when we're all together that doesn't happen when we're just on Zoom. I mean, yes, you can have conversations, you can laugh and have a great time, but it's just not the same as being in the same place. So unfortunately, I don't think that's in the cards, but I wouldn't mind trying, you know, I'm just saying. One of your 3 cams on a monitor, I dig it. Yeah, it's, well, I mean, I have another one that's built into my iMac that I don't use. Yeah, I don't even have it hooked up now, or, you know, set up in OBS, but I had an old, what is that? Oh God, what's the Logitech? It was a Logitech 1080p camera. So yeah. And yeah, the Avermedia is a lot cheaper than the Elgato. So just saying. Oh my God, it's 10:05. Okay. Let me get caught up and then let's plow through the last. Oh God, we didn't even talk about Andor. There's so much left, guys. But it's been fun. And that's what it's all about, right? It's all about having fun. Can't stream because you won't show my face. Well, that crazy Greek, you can stream. Just don't use a camera. Use a mic. If you want to stream and you want to do that, then do it. If you don't want to show your face, I completely get it. I understand. Me, I'm a ham, I guess, and I like the attention. I say do it, man. I say if you want to do it, do it. Avermedia is dope. I think we probably need to be actual friends, Rob. I think our skill sets coincide. Love to help. Well, Rufus, I mean, hit me up. Dude, you guys, if anybody's... I'm not even typing correctly. Just saying. An Echo Base network is here? Oh my God. Echo Base, what's going on? Good to see you. I met, it was Nick, right? Nick at Retropalooza, Houston? Amazing. Amazing stuff. Had so much fun. What gaming chair brand is that? Looks killer. It is a DX Racer, whatever. I'll be honest with you, don't waste the money. There's a lot of people that swear by gaming chairs. I can't stand it. I really wish I'd saved up and bought a used, what do you call it? Oh God, what's the name of it? The net chairs, you know what I mean? In fact, I had an old chair that I got from IKEA that was $100. It's more comfortable than this. If you see me, I'm constantly shifting. It's because my back hurts. And it's very hot. Very hot. This leather. I mean, it's nice, but yeah, I spent way too much on this gaming chair and I don't think it's worth it. So, just saying. Stupid Chodes. Oh yeah, I wanted nothing to do with the drama for sure. Referring to the Rockstar. Yep, it's gonna take a. Oh my God, dude, I'm so behind. Gonna take a bit to get. I'm sorry, take a bit to get to this, and it's mostly my fault. Need to hang out on Zoom more. Once it's second nature, that magic will return. No, I get that. But I still don't feel that Zoom, because I mean, we did back then, we were doing some podcasts remotely and it just wasn't as funny. And yeah, that Andor trailer. Oh my God, dude. Okay. I don't show my face in my streams. Don't blame you. Again, I don't blame anybody for that. Did I ever hear back from RMB? I did not, sir. I did not. But I'll tell you this. I understand. I don't remember what I said, but I was trying to be very, hey, I'm a fan of yours. Been watching you for a while, which all true. But he probably gets crap like that all the time, you know? So I totally understand that he hadn't gotten back with me, but I appreciate you asking though, because I watch him like every day. So it's kind of like, it's still a little weird, me just reaching out to him like it's nothing. But hideous chud face. I mean, come on. Gaming chairs are trash. Get a nice office chair. Yeah. I can't remember the name of the freaking, I can't remember the name of that freaking chair. It's two names. Miller. Herman Miller. Talk about expensive. Brand new. These go from like $1,000, $1,300 and up. But I'm saying go to one of these office surplus stores. You can get one for $500, and you go, well, gosh, that's really expensive. This was $400, and it's not great. I wish I had something else. I wish I would have saved $100 and just went and got that. So I'm just saying, yeah. You hate net chairs? Oh man. I love them, man. I'll tell you this. I had a net chair working at an insurance company for a while back in 2000. A long time ago. It was an amazing chair and I loved it. And I want one because my back never hurt. Of course, that was 22 years ago. God, I'm old. Okay. We need to have you on one of our Saturday night live streams for some Star Wars talk. Echo Base, I would love it. Taking my time and don't want to spend that much money on a gaming chair. Completely understand. I'm telling you, go to like a Costco or Sam's and buy one of those chairs. They're not going to last as long, but I guarantee you, those net chairs, man, I'm telling you, just sit in one. If you don't like it, don't buy it. But I bought an IKEA one for, like I said, $130, and I kind of wish I still had it. So there you go. GG, gonna head out. First time viewer, having a great time. Glad the Game Chasers pointed me and the rest of their viewers your way. Later, dude. GG. I know you're probably already gone because I'm so behind, but thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Maybe we can have you on next time we have them on stream. I would love that. We had RMB and Boogie 2988 on a stream together. It was a great conversation. I would love it, dude. I would love it. In fact, that's one of those things where I'm like, man, I need to check out more of Echo Base's stuff because I have seen some of your stuff. But I'm like, I'm so behind on everything because I'm an idiot. So, man, I would love it, dude. I would love it. Just let me know, man. Just let me know. I know it's probably a bit far away, but I think it would be cool when you show your Blu-ray collection. Oh my God, dude. I have so many boxes. And it would have to be something where I have to curate it almost, you know what I mean? Like I'll show you like almost everything, but man, you were in an old Boogie 2988 video. It's really embarrassing though, because I was 18 and didn't understand what I was talking about. Well, I mean, I'll tell you what, I knew Boogie before all of this Game Chaser stuff. The Wood thing was always weird too, because I didn't know that Wood. Oh, and Greek's leaving? That crazy Greek. Thank you so much for being here, hanging out. Appreciate you guys. Seriously. Awesome. But Boogie is one of those people where I wouldn't say nervous, but I was guarded with him. But he's super cool dude. He really is. He's a nice guy. He's absolutely crazy. And he says things to absolute, like complete strangers that I would never say to people. But he's an interesting guy. And Wood, that whole thing, I've told that story. The whole, hey, you want to come over to Wood's house? And I'm like, Wood, you mean who? Like beat 'em ups? This was before the movie shot. And he goes, yeah, I'm going over to Wood's. You want to come over? And I'm like, sure. Okay, I didn't even know you guys knew each other. And beat 'em ups, I was a fan of his before I knew he was even involved with the Game Chasers. That's how long it had been since I'd seen a Game Chasers video, because none of the videos I'd watched had Wood in them. Crazy. But anyway, that was fun. And Wood's awesome. Really good dude. I miss him. I kind of wish he hadn't moved to Philadelphia or whatever. But anyway. Anime, huh? And just did an overview of my Blu-ray collection video. Oh. Well, why don't you post it in the Discord? Post it in the Discord and I'll watch it. And everybody else can see it too. But okay, let's blast through the rest of this. There's still quite a bit. I can't believe it's already 10:15. You guys got me talking. That's what happens. But anyway, Everything Everywhere All at Once directors Daniel Kwan and Daniel Scheinert sign exclusive 5-year pact with Universal. If you have not watched Everything Everywhere All at Once, it's part of your homework. You got to see it. Just subbed on my personal channel too. Nick from EBN. Dude, thank you, man. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Look, where are we now? Oh my God. Okay. All right. Thank you guys. Seriously, Nick. Thank you, man. You didn't have to do that. I'm just, like I said, man, I'm just happy people are here and enjoying themselves. That's all I care about. You know? I love that you got talking. It was so much fun. It happens, dude. I can talk, man. I can talk. I'm like Jay, man. You get me going, I can just start talking. But thank you, man. I really appreciate that. But anyway, if you have not seen Everything Everywhere All at Once, of course, RRR is probably my #1 movie of the year. If RRR wasn't there, Everything Everywhere All at Once would be my #1 movie of the year, bar none. And that is with the Batman. Batman's probably maybe #3. I'm telling you guys, this movie's great. So interesting that they sign a deal, basically a contract with Universal to make 5 movies. It's a little scary when you've got somebody that's making Just sub for my personal channel as well, Epic Retro Time. Congrats on 1K. Man, you guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Thank you. You get embarrassed when you share your vids, but I'll share it later on the Discord. Look, if you don't want to post on the Discord, just DM me. I'll watch it. Okay? You want to see it, but waiting for it to go to streaming? Carbonite, I'm telling you, it's great. I think you'll love it. This was a movie that as I'm watching it, I'm sitting there, I'm laughing, I'm tearing up, and then just gut laughing. Holy crap, this is so funny. And then amazed by the action. And I'm going, how can I compete with this? How can I compete with Everything Everywhere All at Once? It's that good. It's that good. So trust me, this movie is definitely something to see. It's amazing. And it's freaking insane. And it goes places that you never thought it would. But what scares me about, smaller director, Glenn Harris, there it is. What scares me about, small independent filmmakers, going to a big studio, sometimes it just doesn't transfer well, Sometimes being under pressure of this is all the money we have, it's like Spielberg. Some of Spielberg's best movies are the ones where he put limits on, the studio put limits on what he could do. Some great creativity comes out of that, So I'm hoping for the best for these guys, the Daniels. I love these guys. I can't wait to see what they do next. Of course, I'm excited to see what they do next because I can wait. When you say you can't wait, I'm not going into that again. You didn't like the Batman much, great cinematography and score, but wasn't impressed. And I get it. I get it. I really enjoyed it. But see, that's the weird thing too. After all of my stuff, I've also been, I feel maybe a little bit too easy on movies. Maybe that's why I like The Last Jedi. It's because even though there's stuff that I don't like in it, there's still like really good stuff that I really like. It's weird. But anyway. And they showed everything in the the Batman. I don't know. I like the Batman. I thought it was good. And the Penguin. Where's your dono link? I feel like I need to give you money. Rufus. I don't think... Wait, do I have a dono link? Oh, I do. But it's on like a Streamlabs thing where it comes up every now and then. Or not, I'm sorry, not Streamlabs. I mean, it is Streamlabs. Oh. I wonder if I screwed that up. Nope, it's there. It's there. I think it's just ! Donate. But seriously, you don't have to, man. You don't have to. Have you seen our feature film documentary on the sequel trilogy, speaking of TLJ? I don't think I have. I think I might need to watch that. I felt like I was watching a guy pretending to be Batman as opposed to being Batman. You just need to set up that AdSense. Well, I think that comes with being doesn't that come with being monetized? The what do you call it? The member and all that stuff? See, I don't know. I've never had a channel go over 1,000. So didn't like the casting for the Batman. I get it, man. I get it. I really liked what he did, and I'm excited to see what he does next. But then again, I really liked everything he's done before too. I'm not talking Twilight. I'm saying some of his other movies, I was like, dude, this guy's got talent. So I was really excited about it, but I get it. I totally understand. I'm going to, in fact, I think I'm going to skip those because I want to talk about this. Did you guys see the trailer for Devotion? And I don't know if Bucho is still here, but if not, Bucho, you need to watch the trailer for Devotion if you haven't already. This movie looks good. And yeah, I think a lot of people will see that and go, oh, this is just another movie that we've seen many times. All I know is I love Jonathan Majors. I think he's great. And I really liked Glenn Powell in Top Gun Maverick. And yeah, it's another, it's another flying in the air kind of whatever. But I'm telling you, I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be really good. This movie looks awesome. Right. That's how you get paid for being right. Exactly. It wasn't amazing, but it was nice. Yeah, I like it. Okay. I've only seen it a couple times, but I liked it. Once you get monetized, you get all those options. We can help get you there. Echo Base, Nick, thank you. Thank you so much. And yeah, you will see us in October. You will, including Leon we're hoping that Leon will be here. I know Martin. By the way, Martin, the guy that wrote Adventures in Game Chasing, as far as the music, the compositions, the composer, Rufus.
Yoan.
Yo, I don't know why it did that, but thank you, Rufus. Donated $20. Man, you didn't. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But he wrote Adventures in Game Chasing. He lives in Sweden. He's going to be here. I'm so excited. And we're also trying to see if we can get the gamer David, Game Dave, as well. Wow. But thank you. Thank you so much, Rufus. That's awesome. Jay should get R&B to Retropalooza. He would be easy to get. You think so? Well, see, that's the thing, though. Well, no. I think he would really like Retropalooza. Dude, I would shit in my father's pants if Robert Meyer Burnett came to Retropalooza. I could get him there. He would love it. Dude. I think that guy's amazing. Seriously. I mean, look, in a way, you could probably say that in a way, the Campia show has definitely inspired some of the ideas on my show, but I go a totally different route than he does for the most part. But man, RMB is like, in fact, he was one of those that actually made me irritated because I'm like, dude, should I even talk about this? He's going to say everything. It's like we have a similar mindset on the way we view movies. And I love the guy. So, man. So, yeah, I still watch the Campia show from time to time, but it's for RMB. Just saying. I love that guy. And Samaritan with Sly Stallone. Yes, looks very, very interesting. I'm cautiously optimistic. Some of the shots looked a little like, I don't know. But I would really love for that movie to be awesome. But just wait till you see his takes in our sequel trilogy documentary. They are great. Oh, I'm gonna watch, dude. I'm gonna have to watch it. In fact, this weekend I have a little bit of free time this weekend. I'll try to get those watched for sure, because that sounds like fun. But Rufus, thank you again, man. Game Dave is why I own a complete sealed Aladdin deck enhancer and all the games. Not sure how I feel about that. Here's the weird thing about Game Dave. Okay? Just saying. He is such a strange man because he likes things that are way before his time. I say way before his time. It's not really true. Because he's like mid-30s, right? Dude, Ghostbusters was my jam. Back to the Future was my jam. Beetlejuice was my jam. They came out before he was born. And yet, he loves them. He loves it. It's such a weird thing. So, he and I, on set, he is the one where, I mean, look, I bonded with a lot. Okay, that's going to sound, I know, I forget who I'm talking to. These are the Game Chasers folks, right? If I say I bonded with a bunch of guys on the Game Chaser set, You know what I mean? Gonna have problems. But you know what I mean? It's like we clicked. Exactly. Like, bam, we clicked. Because we had similar mindset. And then I heard him talk and hear how funny he is. And here's the thing. I'm not a great looking guy. It's something that over time you get to you just start to feel like you understand yourself, right? And you're honest with yourself. If you can be honest with yourself, that's the best, right? So I look in the mirror and I go, I'm not the best looking guy in the world, but I can be funnier than most people. That was my thing. I typically was the funny guy. So in a group of people, group of friends, I was the funny guy. When I meet Dave, if Falcrow, you guys, why? You don't have to do that. Thank you so much, Falcrow. I appreciate that. My God. You guys, thank you. Thank you so much. See, now I'm going to have to create a thing to show off who donates to the stream. I didn't think that was going to happen. But anyway, I'm just saying, if you can be honest with yourself and say, I'm not the funny guy, or I'm not the cute guy, I'm not the hot guy in our group, I'm the funny guy. And then I meet Dave, and I'm no longer the funny guy. So I'm not the hot guy. I'm not the funny guy. Who am I now? So in a way, Dave irritates the hell out of me because I'm no longer the funny guy. I say that I'm kind of kidding. I'm kidding. Okay. But it's seriously like we connected so much, and then it's like I would tell a joke or say something funny, and then Dave would just like one up me. And I know he wasn't doing it on purpose. He's just being Dave. But I'm like, you son of a man. I love that man. Look, I'll say it. I don't care. I love Dave. Dave is one of the best guys. In fact, if you're not watching Game Dave, if you're not subbed to Game Dave, there's a problem. Number one. Number two, he streams every Thursday night over on Twitch, Twitch TV/The Game Day. In fact, can I? In fact, this is set up for everybody. So anybody you see in here, as far as like the people from the movie, I've set up, yeah. So you've got his YouTube channel and his Twitch got. But seriously, you guys should watch him. In fact, here's Leon's. Leon's been killing it over on Twitch. He got affiliate, and he's doing a really good job. He's playing retro games over there. Now he's in England, so the time he usually streams in like the morning here in the US, but he's awesome too. Just saying, these guys are amazing. Dude, I'm still thinking about Robert Meyer Burnett. Jeez. Love that guy. Anyway, ever watched The Waking Life? Richard Linklater. I don't think I've ever seen that one. I've seen a lot of Linklater stuff, but not The Waking Life. Okay. Where are my notes? Where's my watch list? Okay, I need to clean this up. Jeez, there's so many freaking notes in here. Dude, I just had it the other day. There it is. Waking Life. Linklater. And that was Rufus the Red. Okay. Because that's I've made that mistake. Because I did that Matrix edit, the decoded fan edit, and I couldn't find who told me to watch it. Because I wanted to shout him out and say, hey, thank you for watching it. I don't think he's much older. Yeah, he's 35, I think. So that would make it 87, right? Dude, I wasn't watching movies from well, okay. I was watching Star Wars. But for the most part, I wasn't watching movies from the 70s. I was watching new stuff. So it was just weird, man. It's weird that Dave we clicked, just bam. Tinder's brutally honest with you. Okay, there's the, yeah. I feel that I have coworkers funnier than me, jealous AF. When funny goes unnoticed, I always say it's wasted on this audience. And you need to watch The Waking Life. It's brilliant, effing brilliant. I can say it. I just, they used interpolated rotoscoping like lightsaber effects and had 5 artists paint a whole ass movie. Okay. You're 32 and love all that. See, but that's weird though, man, because like I never thought of those movies that way as appealing, like, I don't know. It's strange to me. It's strange to me that y'all like that stuff. But we connected over that, but then it was like, I don't know. I think it's because the second day I said something incredibly, it was funny, but it was also, you're 37 and love Citizen Kane. Well, Rufus, I mean, yeah, I do too, but that's a little different. You don't typically meet, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm stupid for saying it, but I just didn't expect somebody who's that young to like the movies that I liked when I was a kid. It just seemed weird to me. But yeah, I love old movies too. I love I love a bunch of old movies. There's a bunch of them in my collection. And I like my samurai movies too. So Seven Samurai. Kurosawa, really. I love Kurosawa. But anyway, 32 in love Forbidden Planet, Maltese Falcon, and multiple Peter. I mean, okay. So I'm just nah. That's probably my fault then. And the Stooges, come on, man. The Stooges are awesome. Yojimbo and Sanjuro, that's right. Dude, you are so cool. So glad I'm here. Well, Rufus, thank you, man. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad everybody's, look, it's crazy. Where are we at right now? I'm just kind of curious now. Okay. Hey, that's like 25 more than I had this afternoon, right? So I'm happy. And of course I'm over 1K. I can't even believe it. If you didn't grow up with Stooges, did you even grow up correctly? I mean, you're right. But hey, let's talk about this. Who saw the Andor trailer? Oh my God. This trailer was so freaking good. Like, I know a lot of people just say, oh, Rogue One is the best. Rogue One is absolutely the best Star Wars movie in the Disney era. I'm the Andalorian. Possibly. But a lot of people love Rogue One. I myself, me, the person sitting in this chair, Order 42, me, I'm not a big fan of Rogue One. I like Rogue One. To me, all Star Wars movies are better than a lot of movies out there. You know what I mean? Because I'm a Star Wars dork. I'm a Star Wars nerd. My first memory is Empire Strikes Back. The probe droids coming out of the Star Destroyer. That's my first memory. I think that's when I came online. I was 4 years old. So anyway, I love it. Okay? Rogue One's not my favorite. But this trailer made me go, this looks really good. And it's, you know what it is? They're not using the volume. They're going to places and filming at the place. They're not using the volume. I think the volume is great if you can't do some of the things that, you're not on some friggin' space planet. But come on, man. Dude, Andor looks insanely good. Now, what's interesting is starts September 21st, 3 episodes. And the way that it's supposed to work is a different director directs each 3 episodes. So the first 3, the second 3, there's 12 episodes in the first season. And there's going to be a different director for each set. It's going to be very, very interesting. And of course I'm pumped. I mean, I'm pumped. It's Star Wars. Every time there's anything Star Wars, I'm like, yes. And of course, Skeleton Crew, the new Jude Law, with the kids, supposed to be like Goonies and Star Wars. That's already started filming. So that is probably going to come sometime next year. Excited about that. But this This is so beyond what I expected because it just looks good, man. It looks so much better. Now, what I'm hoping for is that there is still a little bit of humor in it. And I know a lot of people don't like a lot of the humor in like Last Jedi, for example. A lot of people, oh, it's the MCU humor. But all the Star Wars movies have sort of a levity to them. You know, they have that feeling of fun. Rogue One feels kind of depressing to me. And this, when I heard that Diego Luna said that Andor is like, it's a refugee story. And I'm like, not a lot of humor in that. So I'm a little worried. But honestly, I was so blown away by the images. They looked so good. I'm just super excited, man. I'm super excited for Andor. I'm excited. I hope it's good. And we won't meet K2SO until the second season. So this first season could be all gloom and doom. I don't know. I want a movie or series of Shadows of the Empire with Dash Rendar because he's a badass. Yeah, see, I've said this before, but all the, I guess the EU stuff, the stuff that wasn't done by George before he sold it, I didn't really pay attention to all of it because it wasn't George. And Caleb's leaving. I'm sorry, Caleb, but thank you, man. Thank you. And dude, thank you. 1,000. I still can't. It's nuts, but thank you, man. Have a good night. Yeah, it's a weird thing, man. I was a George Lucas purist my whole life, basically. Because after I read the Thrawn trilogy, I read an article somewhere that said that Lucas was planning on making more movies. And he said, and somebody asked him, are you beholden to the expanded universe? Because I was thinking, oh crap, I guess I'm gonna have to start reading some of these. And he said, no, they can do whatever they want. I'm not beholden to any of that. Which meant to me, none of it really mattered to the larger story that he was going to tell. So I said, okay, well then I don't need to read them. I don't need to pay attention to them. So Shadows of the Empire and all that stuff, I never got into it. And that was a part of 3D gaming that I wasn't a fan of. I thought it looked worse than the old sprites did. You know what I mean? There was some growing pains in 3D at that time. So yeah. It's too bad he's so old now because Kurt Russell could have been Dash Rendar. For sure. For sure. Yeah. And that's the thing. I like the idea of it. I never got into it. And like I said, the gaming was, I wasn't a fan of that era of gaming because it was just, everything was so blocky and goofy looking. Like Tomb Raider with triangle tits. I mean, come on. No. It's not my thing. I'm glad you guys can't clip these things. I'm sure you can. I'm sure there's probably a way to do it. But anyway, hey, what's with that? Hey, what's with all those triangle tits over there? Hey, what's up with there? Anyway, yeah, you definitely need comic relief, and that's the thing. This seems like it could be really dark. So, I don't know. I don't know, man. I want it to be good though, and it looks amazing. Great casting. Everything looks great. It looks great. You can totally clip Nick. All right, okay. A badass in the game. See, I played a lot of Dark Forces as well. I played those games. Killed tons of books and games. Expanded Universe was lush. And yeah, but there was a lot of junk in there too. And that's what I was really excited about when Disney said, "Okay, we're going to kind of start over because there's too much. There's too much back and forth, and they're contradicting each other. We can't have that. We've got to just start fresh." And that I was like, okay, well, cool. And I started reading them and didn't like them as much. Even though I still want to read a lot of, there's some that I still want to read. Pyramid tits are great. You take that back. Sorry. There's a clip button on the bottom there. Is there really? Damn it. Message Jay on R&B now. Reach out to him later and pump him up on the idea as well. Dude, I would be so, man, I can't even imagine that, dude. Dude's a hero, man, for me. You know, I've only been watching him for a few years, but, and you know, here's the funny thing. Funny story. I was trying to figure out a name for this show. And I thought, oh my God, I've got it. I've got it. I've got it. Robservations. Yes. Perfect name. So good. And then I used Google to find out that someone named Robert Meyer Burnett used the term Robservations. And I'm like, son of a bitch. And then I started watching him. And I'm like, shit, this guy's good. This guy's really good. Okay, never mind. You know, forget it. Forget what I said. This guy's amazing. But that's exactly how I started watching Robert Meyer Burnett, is probably in February 2020. Yeah. And then, of course, that went over to, you know, everything else he does. He does so many different shows. He's great. Great guy. He just seems like a really nice guy, but he's also really, I love the way that he, even if like his, I don't know how to explain it, but even when you don't really agree with him, he brings it around to where you go, oh yeah, I can see that. Even though I disagree with you, I can totally see that. He's just very well spoken. I love it. The movies and projects and people he's worked with in the industry is insane too. I know it. Dude, it would be awesome, man. It would be awesome if you could get him there. Help Jay get him there. Or I can help Jay. I can just say, hey dude, you want to reach out to him again? But do you think I should, okay, Nick, seriously, I don't want to bug the guy. Do you think I should reach out to Robert Meyer Burnett again and try to get him a code for, because that was the whole thing. I wanted to get Robert Meyer Burnett a code for Adventures in Game Chasing so he could see it. And just, I wanted to hear more than anybody else on the internet. I also sent one to Chris Stuckman and never got a message back. But he's busy making his own movie, so understandable. But I sent it to him and I just thought, if you're interested, let me know. And he never responded. Should I go ahead and hit him up again, you think? I don't know. But guys, it is almost 10:45. It's time to my throat is getting a little tired for talking for 3 hours and 45 minutes. He has so many unseen messages, it might be better if I do it because he reads all our messages. Okay. Well, we'll do it any way we can. I just want him to see the movie. You know, if he's got the time to watch it, I would love for him to see it. I seriously, Billy and Jay would probably, or Jay in particular, would probably disagree with me, but I don't need him to go out and build it up and say all things. I don't want him to be I don't need him to promote it. I don't want him to promote it unless he wants to. What I really want is his honest opinion. You know what I'm saying? That's really what I want. I want his honest opinion because I respect his opinions. Seriously, I respect his opinion so much. I would love for that. I would love for him to see it and see what and be able to speak candidly with me or Billy or Jay and just say, yeah, this didn't work, but I really like this. You know, this, I want to work on that. Hey, get rid of this dude. Get rid of this Rob guy. Cause I mean, look at him. He looks a little weird and I don't know. I want to know what he thinks. Hopefully he doesn't hate me. But anyway, he loves indie films. He would love to see it. I think so too. I think it really works on a lot of levels, and I think it would really work for him. So You'll little later stream. I know, right? Almost 10:45. But thank you, Rufus. Thank you. Have I ever walked out of a movie theater because the film was that bad? Never. I take that back. I did. The Lady Killers. Tom Hanks. It just wasn't for me. And it wasn't for me, and it was definitely not for my wife, because we were watching it together, and we were both kind of like, you want to get out of here? Let's watch something different. So we did. We left. They still got our money, but we went and watched something else, because it was just, that was the only movie. Now, I did walk out of Maverick with Mel Gibson, James Garner, right? Jodie Foster. Loved that movie. But we were all not in the mood for it. We were in the mood for something different. And this was more kind of like that humor. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what you call that, where it's kind of like, that's pretty funny. But you're not really laughing. You're just kind of like, yeah, that's pretty good. Look at there. Danny Glover said I'm too old for this shit. Ha, Dennis. Yeah, Dennis. That's, what's his name? Richard Donner. Richard Donner directed Maverick. It's a great movie. But for some reason, that one, it just didn't work for me at the time. And it didn't work for all of us. We were all like, you guys want to go do something else? I'm like, yeah, let's go. Because we had friends that worked at movie theaters. And a lot of times we could get in free. So we watched a lot of movies like that. The Quick and the Dead, I think, is underrated too. I think it's a good movie. That's Sam Raimi, right? Leonardo DiCaprio, Gene Hackman, Sharon Stone. It's good. I think it's a good one. But anyway, geez. Guys, thank you. Thank you. Where are we at? Where are we at? Let's end. 10:12. You know what? I'm happy with that. Thank you guys so much for being here. And Russell Crowe, yes, of course. Great movie. I really like that movie. I like Russell Crowe, though. Pretty much anything Russell Crowe does. I love him. But guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you again for that. I mean, holy crap. I can't believe we're here. Thank you again. Thank you for and Rufus the Red and Falcro for those donations. Thank you guys so much. I mean, God. But thank you guys. How many times can I say that? But thank you. Why is my phone going off? Oh, there you go. Right on. Right on. I'm going to watch it. I see it. Thank you guys, and we'll see you on the next stream next Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time. As always, you guys have a good one. Bye.